is in the chat.
This is as good as you can get. You best start.
Go for it.
And we're back to Mutants and Masterminds. I have no idea if anyone's going to actually be watching this, but we're not going back to Emerald City. At least not right now. I won't rule it out in the future, but...
Well, then I quit.
They've got some shit to work through, and we're going to let them work through that for a little bit. Which means, unfortunately, for the viewers we did have last time, we will not be seeing Heartbreaker again.
Sorry, everyone.
So no Ulcer Goose, no laser-eyed shark or dolphin, no Mr. Hops.
Well, now they're just turning it off now.
I figure
I'm more sad than anybody about this.
we need to hit them with all the disappointment at the beginning.
Actually, 1/9 of the viewers never even made it past episode 1, so they didn't even see Heartbreaker.
Hmm.
It's the diehard fans who were disappointing here.
Yes, well,
them.
that is my job. In any case, we're in Chicago, as you can probably tell by the map. It's not going to be actual Chicago, so anybody who lives in Chicago and might somehow be watching this, which I doubt, we're going to fuck things up because this is a different world, Chicago. Some things are still in the same places. Like, for example, airports are going to be in the same places, but I don't know where Chinatown in Chicago is, so I'm putting it where I want.
Comic book logic. There's Chicago, but it looks how the writer fucking wants it to look.
There you go.
All the bits on this map that are currently red are Chinatown.
Not quite what I had in mind, but speaking of that, no. Does anyone have an actual guess as to what the red means?
Russia.
No.
So it's not communist. Is it Nazism?
No.
Either's likely.
Dead zone. It's been, like, nuclear wastelanded.
It wouldn't be
Don't
that regular
rule it out.
around the edges.
Places where I can't use my Wi-Fi.
Technically, yes.
The area inside the perimeter wall.
The red...
The new Trump administration is private
God.
country.
So...
Where CTOS operates?
Alright, that's enough.
What did you expect us to guess? We don't know.
Aye. The red zone is everywhere in Chicago that is currently hostile to you.
Oh,
Yep.
Okay, fuck Chicago then.
You
To be
live
clear, not like the civilians are hostile to you, but if, for example, a dinosaur goes wandering around anywhere in Chicago right now, it's more likely to be shot than anything.
Well, I
So,
mean, that's
wait,
just logic.
Does that mean if he walks right next to it, he's fine somehow?
I could just wave across the border, like, hey.
He goes into the ocean and they stop shooting at him?
Well, okay, in the ocean, they just can't see me to shoot at.
Yes, if he's underwater, they're probably going to stop shooting because it's
Also,
kinda...
he's thousands upon thousands of miles away if he's in the ocean.
Well, everybody knows if you're being chased by the cops, you just run through a paint station and then they go away.
I don't think painting the dinosaur is going to stop it being a dinosaur.
In any case,
Paint you purple.
the point is, as the game goes on, parts of this will not be red anymore.
Ah, safe zones. Gotcha.
Those are the places that have been destroyed.
Lel.
I won't rule it out, but that's not the intention. Alright, so there's some things we need to handle. First, does anyone want to say anything about their characters? Because not everyone... There's some characters here that not everyone knows as perfectly well. And I mean of you, not the viewers. So anything that needs to be brought up last minute?
I've already given the last-minute clarifications on Avery for you.
Well, yes, I mean to your fellow players.
None of you should know my character, so...
Yeah, and that's your call. I mostly mean out of character, for, you know,
Alright.
future reasons.
Alright. Alphabetically by character name, then. Anybody ahead of Avery?
Mm-mm.
Alright. Avery, 90% of the time, is a ghost. He's immaterial. He drifts about. He cannot interact with the world in any way. But if he touches someone, he gets sucked into them and possesses them. He gets to surface level troll their mind for anything they happen to be thinking, They think that they're just dreaming now, and Avery is stuck there until his host enters REM sleep.
Is this, like, any casual touch will do it, or does he have to actually, like, try?
Any contact. It is
Okay,
involuntary.
good luck with crowds, guy. Can he fly at least?
Yes, he is a ghost. He flies.
Good.
Drifts everywhere.
And he haunts churches late at night.
Everything else is just gravy that we can get to in its due time.
Yes, that's what I mean. Anything you feel is essential for people to know that they don't already know.
So the first 2 bullet points. Who's next?
If we're going alphabetically, Joseph.
Unless your name is now Barney.
I mean,
Your
depends
name
whether
is
or not we're
Project
counting his real
Tyrant.
name, the name he chose, the name he was given. I mean, he's got so many fucking names.
Joseph Ripken, what do you got?
Nothing that you shouldn't know already. At this point, my character's been on this world for less than a week.
Which is perfectly fine.
Fair enough. I guess that would make me my next if Warp Shaper's actual.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're
Uh-huh.
going superhero name here.
W
anyway, so.
is W.
Yep. Superhero names regardless. Only thing of note, because T-Rex is T-Rex. Funnily enough, he's not gonna hit things. You think this huge T-Rex is gonna go around stomp people's faces, and then no, he's not dumb enough to kill people. He knows very well that if he so much as steps on a human, that's a really dead human. So he actually uses Intimidate a lot more often than any of the other things to affect the battle, rather than, stomping on people. Not to say he won't stomp on someone who's obviously tough, but he tries not to. Because he knows very well that there's very little, like basically nothing, most humans can do to bother him, so he has time to just kind of sit there and talk them down by roaring loudly. That's really it.
And I imagine he will slap people with his tail.
Occasionally, like I said, he will hit people who can obviously take it, but until that's been established, he will avoid physical confrontation. Oh, he'll, smash a thing and be spooky, but he won't hit someone until he knows they can take it, because he hits really fucking hard.
AKA, property destruction is in his grasp, but not his first alternative.
Mm. He has a strength of 14, which is obscene.
And
Little bit.
Warp?
Well, Warp also doesn't go to physical confrontation very quickly either. Mostly because she doesn't do physical confrontation.
Yes, how old is she right now?
What did I choose for this version?
Older than a fucking tyrant, but not mentally.
Yeah, she's only 15.
Tyrant's 4.
So have fun dealing with the teenager. Yeah, I actually don't know how much, how publicly her wanted status is.
Oh, publicly? Like to general civilians who have nothing to do with the military? Not at all.
Okay, so they're not
Okay,
just
so
putting
I'm not
out
gonna
lost
see her,
reports for her, things like that?
No. No. They want the general populace to have as little contact with her as possible.
So if Tyrant flips on the, I don't know, one of the watch channels, she's nowhere on that crap.
No.
Okay.
But yeah, she's homeless.
Hobo.
Eh.
Super hobo.
Mostly has been going around and scavenging and stealing to survive since she's been dropped off in Chicago.
Since she can fly, it's a little easier to steal than you'd think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, who locks the 3rd floor window? Come on.
3rd floor? Pff, go a bit higher than that.
If the buildings permit.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta
Right.
go for those penthouses.
Actually, I have a question for Warp Shaper that actually is relevant to a penthouse. Does
Okay.
she drink?
You'll find out.
Good point. All right, then. Continue.
Alright, so there are 2 markers on here at the moment of this map. One is where Joseph Ripken has currently set up his sanctuary, as last I was told, near the zoo. And one is where Mr. Smith lives. I don't know where exactly he intends that to be in regards to his restaurant.
Everything is within walking distance, so it matters.
That is far different than where you told me before. But alright, put it where you want it.
Well, no, it's he will live where he lives, because I'm not sure, like I said, you didn't tell me where the restaurant would be relative to him, other than in a busy district, so...
So is that someone else who moved it?
I've tested whether I could move it, so yeah.
Yeah,
Carry
he
it.
is going to
back.
try to deliberately live near the water for his reasons. I'm just saying I wanted to be at least close to the busy district, because I figured that's where the restaurant
Yeah,
would
no,
be.
he's nearby to the restaurant. It's just he's not exactly living above it or anything.
No.
I do
That
have
would
one
make sense.
question. How does his home dodge?
It doesn't. It just kind of...
But it's
doesn't
got
pay for
defense.
Yeah,
it has
this-
a defense class.
Oh, can you see that? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you've chosen the player character attribute set for those.
I turn them into
No, I
objects. We just
haven't.
want us
They're
to be able to
NPC.
click on them. No,
Okay.
what you want is, right now, they're tokens, or you want... Yes, they're tokens. You want them as objects. You want us just to click on them and read stuff. And see names and things.
Though it is important to make sure we can't see them on your villains.
Yeah, that's what I'm confused about, because they are set as NPCs, so you should not be able to see that.
Oh, go
Might have to do with us ownership?
Go to edit campaign properties. Go to the property sets. What sets do you have? Because those are set to basic, which is appropriate for player characters.
I appear to only have basic.
Ah.
That's odd.
All right, can you clone it? Is that one of the things that one of the buttons available on there? I can't actually pull up the GM options while I'm connected as a player.
I see new.
All right, new, and copy paste the attribute set over to the new one. And then one of the characters, there should be a little tooltip guide at the bottom of the screen, shows what you have to put in front of those in order to make them GM only.
And just put that in front of everything.
In front of everything that should be hidden from the characters, yes. From the players, pardon.
Which would be effectively everything. But alright, while I'm doing that, we can get started on the talky bit.
Okay.
Which is mainly at the start of the campaign here. There's going to be a tiny bit of GM fiat, but there's good reason for it, so you'll see how it goes.
Okay.
So, congratulations. We are going to be midsummer in Chicago.
I eat a burger.
In other words, it's unreasonably hot for Chicago.
Alright.
Have fun with that.
Honestly, this is probably Tyrant's favorite weather.
If he can tell the weather.
Vaguely. In that distant, well, it's warm now, way.
It's not a burger.
Actually, hold on just a second.
Holding.
Burger, taco. I've combined sandwiches into a monstrosity.
Please mouse over Mr. Smith's home for me now. Can you see the stats on it?
Yep.
Yep.
You still can?
Yeah, it's got a dodge of 10.
Do we have
Odd.
ownership on that token in any way, shape, or form? Because you might want to remove that.
I
if
could
that
drag
helps.
it, so
That's the thing. I changed the ownership to only me. Oh, and you're still able to move it somehow.
When you started the server, you did not check strict ownership.
Ah, well, I'll want to change that then. So let me reboot.
Alright.
This is always going to happen the first time, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Minor errors, things like that. Yeah, no big deal.
Oh, great, I rebooted and now I'm a guy holding a mop.
Hey, I have to wear a scarf now. You have no problems.
Alright, reconnect.
Okay, nothing in the mouse over, and
Level
green
control.
outline means I can't interact with it.
Be good.
Now I'm just making sure everyone still has their own ownership.
Groggy.
What you do?
I refuse the burger with the taco. I am a true monster.
We already do that. Alright. So yeah, midsummer in Chicago. For Mr. Smith, it's a fairly normal day. You've woken up, done whatever it is a Tyrannosaurus turned human does in the mornings, and gone to work.
He pounds an unnecessarily large amount of protein.
Fair enough.
Pills, powder, however he gets in his body. Even added a hyper efficiency for his size, he still needs a shitload more protein than any human would ever imagine.
Yeah, that makes sense. You go to work. It's a normal day. Not many people are coming into a restaurant on this hot of a day, mostly because they don't want to go outside on this hot of a day, but...
More burgers for me.
There's still people, there's still food to cook. It's a living.
It's a living.
So that's fairly normal, but for Kaylee Murphy, she's not a cat. It's a not-so-typical day, because while most of the time you have, no money, no lodgings, no food, no much of anything besides the clothes on your back, which are getting kind of smelly. I don't think cat burglar is the right word, even.
Cat burglaries takes skill.
Yes. Today's a special kind of day because you do actually have some money this time. And it is on this day alone that by pure chance, the restaurant you were going to for some actual food for once, instead of whatever you can scrounge out of people's fridges or, dumpsters, which is disgusting, happens to be the one Mr. Smith works in.
Comic book logic makes sense to me.
There's more to it than that, and we'll get into it, but you'll see later. As for the restaurant itself, the restaurant that Mr. Smith works in has got a bit of a rustic feel to it. They use wooden tables that are not... They're not the obviously laminated kind. They want it to look a little more old-fashioned.
Do I need a tetanus shot to be in here?
No, you don't need a tetanus shot. They're still...
But you said it's rustic.
They're... You... Now, if Kaylee is in a restaurant, where is she going to sit? Is she going to sit in the outskirts, the middle, closer to the food?
No, she's going to stay away from as many people as possible.
Okay. The farthest point from many people will be right next to a large window.
Done.
Will she be facing towards the window or her back towards the window?
I don't think she could resist the urge to keep looking outside.
Fair enough. It is notable that, Mr. Smith kind of notices everyone who comes into the restaurant because that's just what he does.
Mm-hmm. If he doesn't see you, he smells you. And I'm not even kidding.
Yes. And there is an air of something uneasy in the restaurant, but it's not a powerful enough urge for anyone in there to cause any problems. It's just strange. And Kaylee would feel it on coming in. It just isn't exactly a problem for her because it's not unfamiliar to what she's been feeling for weeks now.
Hence the looking out the window.
Yes. Can't be too, safe.
Speaking of smells, you can probably, honest to goodness, smell the homeless on you.
Probably.
Does he
from
care?
the kitchen, while cooking. So how good his fucking smell is.
Does he care?
He smelled it so often that he's probably honestly smelled people coming in and smells like that, so no. He doesn't associate it with anything yet. Beyond people sometimes smell like that. I don't question it.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I have a question for Avery.
Yes?
I assume that on a normal day, he is not typically possessing anyone.
Every couple weeks, he'll deliberately spend a day in someone's head just to sort of ground himself and remind himself that living is a thing, but generally he just drifts aimlessly and observes people and has crises of memory because he's supposed to have an eidetic memory, but he really can't remember anything more than a couple centuries ago. It's aggravating.
I imagine it would be. But alright, that's all I need to know. We'll be returning to you in just a minute. Joseph Ripkin. What are you doing currently?
Probably eating something I caught in the park.
Are you eating it in the park?
I'd drag it back into my sanctuary to eat it.
Alright. Well, the very
So
next
probably
time...
hunting for something in the park.
Okay. The very next time you poke your head out of your sanctuary, something feels weird.
What feels weird?
There's something in the air. You're not entirely sure how to tell, but after a little bit, you think you have an idea of what it is you're feeling, and you're not sure whether it's real or you've suddenly gone crazy because you're reasonably certain you can feel magic from somewhere in the city.
I'm going to ask my familiar about this. Hey, Throglax, do you feel that?
And now the out-of-character question for you, because of all I've been given on Throglax, you haven't told me what he sounds like.
Like a kobold.
There are many different examples of kobold.
Well, he's a D&D classic kobold. How classic are we talking? Like 1st edition or beyond?
The character was
the-
originally created in 3rd edition. So.
Alrighty then. Scaly, yippy, and excitable. Think, what if you made a chihuahua into a lizard and then it could talk?
Alright, that is what I was thinking, but I needed to make sure.
Yeah, there you
Ask
go.
again, please.
Throglax, do you feel that?
Feel what?
There's magic somewhere around here.
Yeah, I feel it. It's not near here, but yeah.
Well, let's go see what that's all about. And I'm going to wander towards it.
It will take a fair bit of wandering, because from what you can tell, from where you are, it's about halfway down the city from you. But it's not that far of a distance to go when you're investigating why is there magic in a place that in the entire time you've been here hasn't had magic.
That's fine. I will just teleport to it.
There you go, then.
I cast Greater Teleport.
You end up in a wall.
Yeah, this campaign over. No.
Oh, all happens.
You end up on a rooftop, and you see nothing. There are people in the street below you. No one's looking up at you yet.
In that case, I'm going to cast Tensor's Arcane Sight on myself, which gives me a whole bunch of vision powers.
I imagine you're mostly just looking for the source of this magic.
Yep, that gives me Counter Concealment, Counter Illusion, Detect Magic, and Extend Range.
Right. Okay. Once you have done so, you can see the little wisps of magic coming off of a building in the area. But just looking around, it'll take you a little bit to pinpoint which one. While you're doing that, Avery.
Yes?
Do you remember the last time you were affected by anything while a ghost?
Oh. Let's see here. It's the kind of thing Avery would try to avoid once he knows about it. So last time he knows he was affected while ghostly was probably the last time he accidentally walked in on a seance and, well, ended up having to stick around till the party was over. Which means it was probably in the last couple decades.
Alright. Because there's something strange going on right now. While you don't think anything should be able to actually do that, your ghostly form is being pulled across the city all of a sudden. As in, physically, you feel like someone has grabbed part of you and is pulling you.
Hmm.
Oh no, the Ghostbusters found you after all.
About what kind of part of the city is it dragging me towards?
Just kind of a... like, just the busy area near the coast.
A built-up area?
Yes, no, definitely, commercial, businesses, restaurants, that sort of thing.
Okay. Given that Avery tends to just observe people in their lives, he's more likely closer to ground level than not. So you may want to roll if he happens to accidentally run into someone while being dragged in that direction, because I don't know how much control I've got.
In this case, it is actually a slow enough pull for Avery to avoid people if he doesn't want to touch anyone.
Gotcha.
It's not a fast pull, it's just inexorable.
Inexorable. Yeah.
Yes.
Alrighty. I shall fight for a bit of altitude and well, I'm not ready to panic, but I'm definitely dreading what's happening, because, normally I have to be in the same room for something like this to happen.
It is very odd, yes.
If there is anyone in the area who can hear ghosts, they hear overhead a...
Unfortunately, Tyrant is not good enough with his senses to hear ghosts.
No.
Carry on.
I should point out that I looked it up, and using Detect Magic requires a DC 10 perception check, but Arcane Sight gives me a 22 to that check. So.
Yes.
So you kind of just do
You're
it.
fine.
Yeah,
Not to
Arcane Sight's sort of
mention-
broken.
Not to mention, you're meant to be seeing what you're seeing currently. Yes, okay, now the question arises, does Tyrant or Warp Shaper see this first?
Well, Warp can
Depends.
see ghosts.
I don't mean the ghosts.
Well, relative to where their positions are, if it's something passing by the front of the restaurant, it's far more likely Warp sees it first than Tyrant, as Tyrant is cooking and, doing a task, whereas Warp is simply looking.
Yes, that
There's
is
also
the
the
thing.
chance that you might want to have her roll to see if she notices.
Yes, I'm double
There's that.
checking things right now. is
Warp
all that
tends to
is.
get lost in her head.
While Tyrant
Yes,
has strong
she does.
senses and decent sight, he's not absurd. He's not Superman.
I'm also
If-
double checking. It is perception. Yes, roll perception for me.
Us both, or...
Yes.
Oh, alrighty then.
I realize you don't have access to your tokens. You will soon. Just for now, just roll perception.
Because Tyrant could always happen to look up through the order shelf and see what's happening on the street.
Interesting. Kaylee has higher perception.
His awareness
Well-
is 6, so...
She pays attention when she pays attention.
Yes, what is she currently thinking about? Assuming she has gotten her food for the day, whatever it is she has decided to eat.
Well, then she's thinking food, om nom nom food.
So probably not paying very much attention.
No.
What did she order, by the way? It actually matters.
What do you serve?
Mostly meat. Taking fucking... That's more on the restaurant than it is on me, so...
Yeah,
you
it's
you
like
can
what
state
style
a
of food?
preference here. Do you care what kind of food the restaurant serves?
Considering his speciality, it needs to be a mostly meat menu, or at least specialize.
Like, are we
Otherwise,
talking
they're
like
really
bar
not using him.
food? Are we talking, a steakhouse sort of place, or just like a pub?
It sounds like a pub, considering the wood.
They
I mean-
serve alcohol, but it's not a pub.
Yeah, well, she wouldn't order that because she knows she won't get it.
So it's like a hole-in-the-wall kind of restaurant.
I mean, she'd order basically the equivalent of a burger. I'm pretty sure they'd serve one.
Yeah, he definitely serve a burger. If you order the burger, as long as it's, a meat burger, tastes fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Condiments are but the actual meat, fucking 10 out of 10, 9 stars out of 5, like 7 in your mouth. Because again,
He is a
cooking
very
skill
good
ridiculous.
chef. I think it
Yeah.
was something like a +10 to be competent at something, and he's got a +20.
Yeah, he's
I'll be right
insanely
back. I
good
have to
chef.
grab
Like, this is the best burger ever.
What was that, Brad?
He said he'll be right back.
Yeah, I just missed the other part of that.
He'll be
I'm making it very clear, you got your money's worth.
Of course, that's assuming it's her money.
This is true, but I'm just saying, whoever's money paid for this, worth.
Right, then in that case, Mr. Smith.
Mm.
You notice at one point as one of the waitresses has swung the door open, you just look up because, you know, you like to look up and look out at the things.
Mm-hmm.
There's a police car driving by, and that's not unusual, nor is the fact that it's stopping on the street and he's walking out to check something. It is unusual that another one's shown up.
Odd. I checked the TV.
There is nothing on the TV, at least nothing of interest.
Well, it's tuned to the news, at least.
Yes,
it
on the
usually
news,
is.
it's the same banal, pointless stuff. The mayor is talking about some new gym in town.
Okay. So there's no clear, obvious, there's been an alien invasion, oh god, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, no,
Well, with
it's
no
utterly
alerts going
banal.
off, clearly, and I haven't heard, and, like, I guess I'm gonna take a sniff, I suppose. Anyone who smells like, for lack of a better term, gunpowder, danger, and nervous sweat.
Well,
And to give you an idea of how
sweat.
good it is. Accurate, acute, and tracking.
Yes, I'm aware. There's nobody who smells like gunpowder at all that you can smell right now.
Good.
That one girl in the restaurant does smell a little bit like nervous sweat, but it's an old smell.
Mm.
At the moment, no, you're not sure about anything. There is a smell you don't recognize nearby you, but it's also far enough away that you know it's not actually in the restaurant.
Fair enough. It's not my business. Flip my burger. I keep an eye on the whole cop situation, though. 2 cops is one. 2 cops is like a cop and some backup. 3 cops is something's going on.
Yes. When would Kaylee look up from her food? Just as soon as it's fully gone?
Yeah, probably, because I assume she's hungry enough to not be focused on much else.
Okay, roll another perception for me. Just you. Tyrant's already made his. Okay. You don't notice the police car that has actually... It's pulled up behind you now. It's past the corner of the restaurant. You have to turn around fully to see it, even with you looking out the window. But you do notice the policeman walking down the sidewalk away from you, which may or may not give you reason to worry, but he's just one guy walking away, so...
Right, a single policeman's not really unusual.
Actually, no, Tyrant, give me one more.
Okay.
Yeah. There are 3 different police cars parked across the front of the street.
At that point, I have my attention, and I just kind of zero in on that and lift my brows.
Yes, you're watching, and as you watch, the 3rd car, which most recently pulled up, has both occupants get out, close the doors, lock it, and walk away down the sidewalk.
Okay, what? That's new. I don't know. I looked at the first server / actual human I see, and then ask this basic question of, are policemen supposed to abandon their vehicles?
The woman you first see, who is currently the one standing at the counter, just sort of blinks at you. She's mostly surprised that you're talking to her at all. What? What?
3 policemen just abandoned their cars over there. Is that usual?
What? No, what are you talking about? And she looks over and just sees the cars and shrugs at you.
Do policemen normally leave their cars?
I don't know. Maybe? Joseph Ripkin.
He's not Varg.
Yes.
You have
So if he has to roll
pinpointed where
diplomacy, that is the plan.
you have pinpointed where the magic is coming from in this area. It seems to be coming from an office building across from a restaurant.
Well, I'm going to teleport over there.
Well, in preparatory, you go to the rooftop first, and that's when you also notice that there are 3 vehicles. I don't know how much you've learned about cars so far. But there are 3 vehicles across the street down below you.
I don't think that would really phase him.
No, but it is unusual. You've only ever seen one of those at a time before.
That is strange.
Avery!
Yes?
You are being pulled. I assume you've flown into the sky to avoid running into people while being pulled.
Yeah, I've gotten like 2 or 3 stories of altitude. Just enough to dodge buildings, and I suppose now that I'm moving into a more built-up area, I'm more fighting left and right.
Yes, you eventually emerge out onto a street. You're floating high above the street. And you can actually see, on the rooftop of a building, a very strange-looking man. Because I assume Joseph Ripkin is still wearing what he is wearing in his picture.
Always.
Yes. That's about what I thought.
So you see a cosplayer on a roof.
Isn't Doctor Strange supposed to have a big popped collar? Never mind.
No.
I see a strange man, but do I see anything in the direction I'm being pulled yet?
Yes, you are being pulled straight towards that line of police cars you see blocking the road, and that's very odd. But then the pull stops, just with you in the middle of the road. Floating above it, but still.
I study my surroundings intensely for what the hell is going on.
Hey,
Joseph-
you, ghost!
Yes, I imagine you can see him right now.
Counters concealment, detects magic, yes.
Yes, you are probably the only person on the planet who can actually see him right now. He can still not hear you, though. Sorry, you cannot hear him.
Hey, you, ghost! What's going on?
That gets my attention. I look his direction.
The strange man is probably waving at you.
Hi!
Is the strange man alone?
How visible do you think Throglax is on a daily basis?
Well, he's a 2-foot lizard man who crawls around on my shoulders.
Yes.
So you tell me how visible that is.
Does that answer Avery's question?
There is a strangely dressed man with a Gila monster on his shoulder.
Before you respond to that, Tyrant, make a perception.
Okay.
You suddenly smell gunpowder.
I guess my attention. Coming
A
from?
lot of it.
Okay, coming from?
Coming from the office building across the street. You
Oh,
have
that's
never
bad.
smelled this much gunpowder in one place before.
He calmly and assuredly walks over, pulls the fire alarm, and then starts marching towards that direction.
Okay.
That is the fastest way he knows to get people to run the fuck away, so that's what he's doing. Well, she wasn't
Kaylee
turning to a Tyrannosaurus
Murphy.
Rex, so...
The fire alarm has just gone off. There are sprinklers raining down on you.
fuck?
If you look around, you'll notice there are 3 police cars blocking the street you walked in from. There are also people streaming out of the building. The waitresses and other workers are running into the break area and office areas because there is another exit. And mostly everyone on the street is running away. You'll notice most of them are just running past the police cars, but there's something weird going on, and even Kaylee can tell, even though she is the one who is least a suspect at the moment. I am now going to put everyone where they should be, and then reveal this map. Joseph, I assume you are still standing on the rooftop trying to talk to this ghost.
Yep.
Does Avery try to respond, or is it just, why can someone see me?
For the moment, it's surprise. Wait, he can see me. But after a few seconds of consideration, he's going to what kind of building is this guy on top of?
2-story office building, cubicles.
Does it have a clear roof access?
Yes.
I'm going to fly in Joseph's general direction, and then just go into the building underneath him. And look for an person.
You try to go into the building and hit a wall.
In midair or the building's wall?
As soon as you try to go through the doorway or the building, you hit a wall.
I turn to this man who can apparently see me, and get up to his level on the roof, and begin attempting to communicate through mime and sign.
I believe that should be everything here.
What's that, Ghosty? Timmy's in the well?
You wish so badly you could punch him.
I point at
reference.
I point at my eyes, point at his eyes, shrug.
That should bring everyone to the map, yes?
Yep, loading.
Oh, I've cast a spell on myself.
Those are not words you hear very often.
I hold a hand up next to the side of my head and make an explosion, finger spreading.
Someone's trying to blow your head off?
Tyrant, you are walking out of the building. Please place yourself where you are walking out of the building as soon as you're finished loading.
There I am. Okay, so, well, there's the clear exit right there, so I'm gonna go.
Yes, you walk past the waitress who's still stunned and standing in the sprinklers staring at the police cars.
I pause here and just say, you might want to run. Just keep walking.
She blinks at you. All the other patrons of the restaurant have left. Kelly Murphy so far has not.
Just gonna get away from that window.
She still smells like homeless, but slightly more clean now. Mr. Smith just calmly walking. He might want to leave. Opens door, walks outdoor. Well, you said where is gunpowder smell coming from?
Yes, there is gunpowder smell coming from all over this building. Which is the building that Joseph and Avery are on the roof of, but I'm not going to put them in the area because...
Yep.
Yeah.
Just gonna keep walking. I'm even gonna take the fucking path like I'm supposed to, because...
Okay, stop there.
He's not in a
Do not cross
down
the
that
street.
people have run. Oh, sorry.
Wait there.
Now that
Just
people
a
have like
second.
gotten away, he's less in a rush. If this was like I gotta throw my body on the bomb situation, he would. But there's no bomb. Well, there might be, but not one he can reach in time.
You should look both ways before you cross the street, Tyrant.
He's been hit by like 3 cars. He doesn't care anymore.
As you're walking down the street, the doors of that office building kind of just slam open.
Okay.
And some people come running out. You're not entirely sure what to make of them? They have guns, though.
And uniforms?
Yes, though they're not uniforms you recognize. They're certainly not police.
Gentlemen.
One of them holds up a strange-looking device that looks kind of like a barcode scanner and points it at you.
Can I help you?
After a moment, there's a beep, and some more come running out.
If this is a terrorism attack, I assure you, the people have already left you. It did little more than property damage.
They all level their weapons at you.
That's just mean. I put my hands up.
Kaylee Murphy, are you looking out the window?
Uh-huh.
Are you seeing this?
Probably.
Are you going to do anything about this?
Hell no.
No?
Well, not yet.
I mean, if they don't think she's here, doesn't want to deal with this.
I mean, better Mr. Smith than her, right?
Avery and Joseph, you do hear the conversation below. Or at least half of it.
I stop failing to communicate through mime and go over to float over the street. Because what do I need to do is looking over the edge of a building and see if I can see what's going on down below.
To be clear, when I say raised his hands, I mean like in the most casual, oh no, you got me way.
Yep. There's a scene unfolding below me. Armed men and some guy in a chef's apron and a nice suit.
Mm-hmm.
As you watch, the guy holding the barcode scanner, continues to hold it up towards Mr. Smith, it beeps again, and then he starts waving it over the street in general. It beeps again when it goes over where Miss Murphy is currently attempting to hide.
Rude.
At that point, said.
Two of them immediately break off and start going in that direction.
Excuse me, but you do need at least a reason to be flailing guns at someone. I mean, even if it is an insane reason, it'd be nice.
You are being utterly ignored.
Rude. Very well.
I haven't done anything.
As soon as you start moving again, they are eagerly pointing weapons at you.
Don't care. Hands are still up. I'm afraid I wasn't very clear. Please explain what you're doing.
One of the men takes out another barcode scanner and is waving it around the street, while the first one is heading off towards Miss Murphy, who is able to see this, by the way.
Yeah, she has to debate whether to make a break for what she considers the possible back area. I hope there's a back door.
Like, I noticed that, right?
Sorry, what?
I noticed these two kind of drifting towards my fucking restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's an empty street.
Ah, okay.
Anyone can hear them.
Yeah, you should probably let Joseph get a word in.
Yes,
No,
Joseph.
sorry.
There's shit going on the street.
Yeah, so I'm looking over. What exactly am I seeing right now? Those two have just gone after. I should be able to see Kaylee with my thing going still.
Yes, you can see there's a young woman in the restaurant, and there are two men with guns heading towards her. And there's a man very nonchalantly approaching 3 others with guns. There is something off about the man, but you can't tell anything just from looking at him.
I think you're about to find out.
Well, as far as I heard, he came out and started a confrontation with them, but that woman is innocent, and I'm up here where nobody's noticed me yet. So, Big B's epistle pull.
Really?
Oh boy.
That's your answer?
This'll be interesting, won't it? Alright, how does your abyssal pull work?
I'm just pulling it up. So it is a...
It's a move object.
Is your character
Yep,
aware
range.
most humans don't survive certain amounts of pain?
I'm aware they have weapons and they're going towards an innocent person.
Murder is okay then, gotcha.
Well, you're taking a D&D character's morality here.
Yeah.
They murder everything.
Carry
Yeah.
on, Joseph.
So yeah, area burst 2, and it's ranged, so they get... it's resisted by will. So because it's area, they all get a will save.
A will save then? Okay.
They all get a will save to see if... it's a rank 11 effect. They all get a will save to see if they have it, and then get another will save against it. Just like Omega's powers all worked.
Yes, go ahead and make your saves, people.
So
Anybody who's in there.
26, I think, is the DC you set.
Yes, what was the DC?
It's a rank 11 effect. I'll have to check.
I'm pretty sure the DC is 15 plus, but it might be different for area.
That's to resist damage. Generally, it's 10 plus.
Right,
So the DC
right.
would be 21.
Yeah, this is the sort of stuff that we forgot a lot when we first started last time.
So first, everybody makes their checks to see if they have the rank. Then if they don't, then they make their check against the effect. Anybody who fails gets pulled right into the center of it.
Okay, so Mr. Smith has made his first one to have it. I'm just double checking everything myself. Have you caught everyone in that? You have.
I think Mr. Smith is utterly unaffected.
Yeah, the DC is 21, so you are. And after you halved it, the DC went down by 5, so...
Now, it was a will save followed by a what?
Another one, apparently.
Actually, it should be will followed by fort.
Well, in that case, you just flat immune to the second part, so...
No, actually, I did write it so it's will... It's all will resisted.
Okay.
He's mentally pulling you. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a telekinetic ability.
I'll make you clap your hands if you don't disbelieve.
Yeah,
Does that
everybody
affect
gets...
Well, no, it's will. It wouldn't affect objects, actually.
Yeah, everybody who fails gets flung right into right to the very center of it at rank 11 speed, taking
that's
appropriate damage.
Right. As it turns out, only one of them is getting flung.
That's gonna be awkward as fuck.
Yeah, in that case, he doesn't hit anything and keeps going.
So he hits Mr. Smith?
And then it explodes into a red smear because Mr. Smith is not gonna budge an inch.
Yeah, he just flings into something.
Yes, he would fly straight into Mr. Smith, actually.
Okay, well, normally what happened, I would take a his speed rank, which is 11 here. Yeah, we'd both take a rank 11 hit, basically, versus our toughness. I'm just flat immune to that with my impervious. I don't know if this guy is. If he's not impervious to it, he does roll on toughness. He might just shrug it off like I have. I don't know.
It is possible for him. Let me look.
Alright, go ahead. Based on how he fails, if he fails at all, stuff happens. You know, bruises and whatnot. So if he's a minion, he takes a bruise, he's just out, so...
Just, having to look at all the rules again.
Okay.
But
He
while
isn't
I do
mean
that, this guy has just flown into you, and that did not appear to be of his own will, considering his feet left the ground.
Like, he was opening his mouth to start saying things and putting some force into it, and suddenly this guy just fucking flying ninja tackles him out of fucking nowhere.
Effectively, yes.
Mr. Smith, well, actually, I have to wait until whether I know this man has killed himself on me first, so hold on.
It is rather important, yes.
After this, Throgdox will take his turn and shoot at somebody.
Okay. I knew I forgot something. I didn't have his page open.
Because this man has turned to a red smear on my jacket, there may be other questions.
It is possible. Rank 11 speed would make it an effect 26 damage.
Yes, that is the DC you have to...
To be fair, it's not possible unless you declare the intent to kill.
No, he's
Well,
not
the thing
going
is-
to die from this.
I actually do have at least one power that can kill things without me meaning to.
Yeah, no, there are definitely things they can kill without meaning to, but nobody's becoming a
This isn't
red
one of them,
smear
but
in the
yeah.
first battle.
You say that. I'm just, if he breaks his fucking back upon impact on me, I think I'm gonna...
It's comic book logic, man.
Uh-huh.
As I said, if it makes a funny crunchy sound and collapses on the floor in a pile, I mean...
Then the laugh track rolls and he's fine.
Yep. But even in comic books, mooks get, fucking hurt all the time, so...
Well,
Yeah,
sure,
they
but they
are.
don't get, permanently
All right.
maimed unless it's a story element.
I have this done now. So he flies into you, and you feel your shoulder hit something not as hard as it, but very hard. It feels like some kind of body armor.
Mm.
And he seems a little winded, but he gets back up just fine.
So I'm presuming his chest area, struck my shoulder.
Yes.
His chest area, with its armor, has a dent now.
Yes, it does. Now they are all leveling weapons at you. Please roll initiative. They're assuming you did this somehow.
I didn't. Fuck all y'all. Fair enough.
I do mean everyone roll initiative.
I got a 15.
Oh god, how do you roll initiative? Ah.
Oh, that's right. Unlike my last character, this one doesn't have stupid high initiative.
I don't have
Yes.
the I go first button either, so,
I mean, you could do that, but...
I'm trying not
Okay,
to.
right. D20 plus agility plus any advantages you have.
Yep.
Ooh.
One thing, Brad, you said this is a move object?
Yep.
Yes, there is a thing about it not affecting people, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Actually, I was more thinking, you said it results in them moving at a speed? I can't find that. I can see move
Oh, yeah,
object.
sorry. It's not rank 11 speed. It's 11 minus their mass rank speed.
Well, then he would have survived it either way. We'll do that
Okay.
next time.
All right.
Yeah, you always have to minus mass from speed. That's important.
Yeah, that's my bad.
No worry.
Actually, when you hit someone, you add mass to what your speed is, but you have to, minus mass from speed first, see what speed you actually add, and blah, 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 blah. Keep going.
Actually, you go ahead and set your own initiatives. I have initiatives to set.
I can't, because every time I open that thing, my thing crashes, so someone help me.
Right-click
Yeah,
your token, set initiative. Pardon. Right-click your token in the initiative window.
Again, every time I open that, it
Okay.
buggers.
Right-click your token,
Okay.
initiative, set initiative.
There
Okay,
you
that
go.
I can do. At least I'm faster than a ghost.
This poor containment agent rolled so low. Okay, does everyone have everything here? Yes, now I need to sort. Aha, we have a tie for first initiative.
Yep. Better bonus wins.
Yes, what is Throglak's agility? Or actually, just what's his plus on his initiative?
2.
They both have 2.
Whoever rolled first.
So I win.
Yeah, we actually got 3 ties. The 21s, the 17s, and the 15s.
Yes. What is Mr. Smith's initiative plus?
4.
Okay, so Mr. Smith is going first.
In the 15 bracket, gotcha.
I'm willing to say, since Kaylee is a little less ready to fight, she can go after. For that
Good
tie.
story reason.
How do you resolve the tie if their bonuses are the same?
Probably just roll.
Yep, roll d20. I didn't mean with the bonus, I meant just roll a d20 see who gets higher.
No, it's 10 then.
So yeah, the recon agent is going first.
Well, that counts
that's
in a
all
recipe.
sorted.
That's gonna botch when you next try to sort. 15.1 is lower than 15.2, so it will go below the
Right, yeah,
containment
you're right,
agent.
that is what did it. I moved them manually, so they should stick where they are.
Yeah, so long as you don't hit sort, it'll stick.
Right, welcome to round 1 of first ever combat. This is what's happening. This is us trying to remember how the hell this game works. Right, this recon agent is going to look at the 4 people surrounding Mr. Smith, figure they've got that handled, and go towards one of the other confirmed things in the area. He's looking through a window at you, Kaylee.
No.
He is, though.
No chance to stealth check? Hide under a table?
No, they know she's there.
Okay.
I also, my table I'm eating at is invisible.
I never said you were eating at a table.
Oh, she didn't get a table.
You took the stool farthest away from everyone.
I usually assume there's something to put food on when you're eating somewhere.
It's probably a counter at the
Yes,
the
it's one of
windows.
those kind of
Okay.
deals.
So, which one of these agents is punching me in the dick?
We'll be getting there. This recon agent over here is pointing his barcode scanner at Miss Murphy. Smile for the camera.
No.
There's a beep noise.
It is somehow ominous.
Yes. You can also see him talking through the window, but you can't hear him. He doesn't seem to be talking to you, though.
What do I hear?
You hear him saying something in code. There's talk of dolphins.
For fuck's sake.
Oh, it's not just 1000111101100.
He's not a robot.
It'd take too long to say that. Dolphin is faster.
Dolphin is faster.
Unless you're Bender, then you can travel through time.
This is true. So was that
Throglak's.
Okay.
I assume he's going to shoot things on your command.
Yep, I'm just trying to figure out what he's going to do. That one guy seems to have made himself seems to be impervious to stuff, so Throglak's is probably going to run a hail of arrows.
Okay.
Yeah, cylinder area.
You know, he could just be extraordinarily lucky and you just don't know it. You just having to roll 20s.
I forget how the check required thing works. Just
Check required requires you to roll a certain number in the skill for it. Which I assume for that would be ranged combat bows.
yeah, I'm just trying to find what each rank is.
Each rank, it should be a skill, not advantage.
It depends on how many ranks he has in check required. For each
Yeah,
rank,
that's what I'm
it's
looking it up.
more negative points on the power for, more stuff on the
okay.
power.
Yep.
And then it makes the skill check more difficult. It looks like you have 7 ranks of check required.
Yep. So it's 10 plus ranks and check required, so 17. Okay,
Yes.
he's gonna do that.
Make your skill check.
Yeah, hail of arrows.
Yes, most of the time in combat, you could feel free to control him. Just at the point where he's not near you, you'll give the orders and I'll be controlling him. Otherwise, there's not really a difference between the two.
Okay, hail of arrows goes off.
Yep, he's fine.
30-foot cylinder. It is a ranged perception attack, which means everybody just rolls toughness against it. It is rank 8.
A rank 8
Okay.
damage?
Yes, so you're
Okay.
probably fine.
Nope, don't give a shit.
Well, actually, that means effect of, Wait, no.
For the purposes of impervious, they refer to
treats
the
it
rank of
differently.
the ability,
Yes,
not the DC.
right. Yes.
He moves at Throglax moves at supernatural speed, raining down hundreds of arrows on that area.
Starts raining. I'm not sure why.
It starts...
Oh, these are arrows.
Yeah, they're arrows. It's a bit strange. That doesn't happen anymore in this day and age. Let's see how badly these guys get hurt by that. Let's see.
They blame me again. I'm gonna get cheesed.
Teased?
Yes, teased. They will tease me relentlessly for my power to make it rain arrows. Such a strange power.
So they roll toughness versus a DC of 15 plus effect rank, which here is 23. And if they fail, they take bruises. If they fail badly, they take other stuff too.
Yes.
And each bruise makes it harder to resist.
Yep. Oh, by the way, did we all start with 1 hero point or 2?
2.
Okay.
How heroic of us.
Yeah, so they're all getting hit. Tyrant, make me a perception.
It's raining arrows. I have other concerns.
Yeah, you don't notice it right now.
Yes?
Yes?
I actually should really point out, since I'm looking down on this scene, I probably should too.
Yes, you're right. Go ahead. Yes, I'm sorry. Put yourself where you are hovering above the street currently. Avery is over next to Joseph to the right of the office building.
Holy shit, biscuit.
You'll notice that their armor does not seem to be all covering.
Okay.
These two up there, the Containment Agent and Recon Agent 1, both had arrows hit their breastplates or shoulder pads or whatever and just pierce through, while the other two had arrows hit fleshy bits immediately. They appear to have segmented armor.
So when it came to the outfitting budget, these guys got shafted.
Lol.
In game terms, their armor is very high. They have protection 15 from it, but it's unreliable.
Right.
Surprisingly enough, even with the plus 17 to their rolls, they roll badly enough to get hurt anyway.
Yeah.
This suck.
Carry
Yeah, that
on.
happens.
So, these both recon agents are down on the floor.
They are really super... Okay, no, they're not dead. Comic book
They're
logic.
not dead. No, comic book logic. They've been hit by arrows, and they're on the floor bleeding and moaning.
Hawk-eyed.
And once
The-
again, my familiars are more useful than I am.
But the containment agents are not minions.
Mr. Smith declares, well, this is odd. Today's been odd. Very odd.
Joseph, you started out the combat, so we'll get to you next time.
Okey-doke.
Miss Murphy, you've been Barcode scanned.
Does
Clearly,
that
you must
mean
react
that
with maximum harshness. Just go full
does
out.
that mean that I have to like someone has to pay for me at checkout?
Possibly.
I only have $5.
I am not paying for a homeless child.
A homeless child can go for up to 30,000.
Exactly. I'm not paying for a homeless child.
Well, yeah, screw it. She's not taking this quickly. Just sitting down at least.
Oh boy.
So yeah,
I see you pointing. I don't hear you saying anything.
that wasn't me pointing.
Ah.
I see the cone, though.
Yes, I see the cone.
So yeah, that's gonna be her throwing up a hand and just shoving everything away from her.
It's a lot of glass that's going to go on this poor man.
Yes,
So
actually.
that's
Actually, you busted my windows. God damn it.
What's the effect rank on this?
move object 11.
Okay, the walls are going to stay in place, but...
Oh, that's a fucking comfort.
It's also damaging.
Yes, the doors and windows are going to come flying off, some chairs are going to hit the walls, and most importantly, glass is going to hit him, and he's going to move.
Yeah, and all the objects also take 11 damage.
Yeah, so like I said, the door is going just kind of blow away. Let me move that. Door's on the street now.
Yeah, glass, toughness 1, reinforced concrete, toughness 8.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the concrete will get it torn up.
So it depends on what these walls are made of.
The walls are going to be fine for right now.
They're made of spaghetti.
The ground will be pulled up a bit, but it'll still be on the ground mostly. But first off, the recon agent, how far is he going to move? What kind of resistance do you have for this?
I'm actually trying to see what
Is it
move
just...
has. I think it's
is it
going
just-
off of just a normal ranged attack at this point, so that's dodge.
Right.
Dodge
roll
to
to hit his
have
dodge.
rank.
Okay,
I
so you're
think.
not using this to move him, you're just hitting him with it.
Well,
It's move
It's
object
both.
with the damaging trait, right?
yeah.
Okay, then it's just damage. He gets to dodge to halve and then take the damage, the remaining ranks as damage.
And roll toughness to resist that. Yep.
Alright, then he will try and roll dodge to not get hit by all the glass coming his way. Because, oh god.
Yeah, the flying glass is a side effect of what's happening, and so he only saves against the worst thing coming at him in this one action.
Just having
So-
to double check the advantages they have. Yes, he does have evasion.
Combat roll!
He has evasion 2.
One
I
hell of
mean,
a
I'm
combat roll.
hoping it still actually moves him, but
Depends on how evasion works.
Yes, I'm also checking the defensive roll.
mostly because it'll get really funny if gravity doesn't move him.
Oh no, he'll be moved. Believe me, just getting everything else out of the way here.
He is.
I believe
What's
holding
the
a
effect
red.
rank here?
11.
Okay.
So 11 minus his mass equals speed of which he moves away.
Oh, but it has +1 mass, so yeah.
Okay, so minus 1 of his mass and continue.
And evasion 2 means he gets a +5 circumstance bonus on his dodge resist.
Yes. I'm just figuring out what the rest of his dodges, and it's like that. Okay.
You might throw this man like halfway across town, I'm just saying. Like, he might be fine, but he's going...
He
fly.
has not dodged, because he rolled a 2.
Ah,
So yeah, if he collides with something, that's going to be another damage roll.
Yes, okay, so you're throwing him at speed minus mass.
Plus mass of 1, so...
I think plus mass 1 just lets you throw heavier objects. I don't know if it affects him.
It does affect him because determining how far he's thrown is based on his mass.
Mhm.
Right.
Now, why did they do this? They changed how the ranks and measures look.
I know
on
they
the
did that. It pissed me
Uh-huh.
off.
The whole thing looks different now.
It looks
really
worse.
hate it. Yep, looks way worse.
Ugh.
Hate it.
In any case,
So it's damage, distance gone, determine whether or not he hit anything on the way there, then damage again if he hit something.
okay, so throwing distance. Yeah, you can throw him a far distance. He's gonna just be hitting something before he goes 4 miles. If you threw him straight up,
Told you.
this would kill him.
I told you he'd be fucking gone.
But yeah, no, he's just gonna fly across the street and hit the wall.
Okay, that's going to be a strength 11 hit.
Yeah, he's taking 2 strength 11 hits here. One from the first being hit and then hitting the wall.
He's gotta leave a fucking imprint.
The first time his body armor does not work, on the second time it does.
That's probably for the best.
But there's no way for him to survive the first hit when his body armor doesn't work, so he's down. Considering the effect rank will be 26, and, no, he's got a... Well, actually...
It's always a lot to roll.
No, it's still not possible. He does not have a high enough bonus to actually survive that no matter what he rolls.
Sucks to be him.
I'll see if he rolls a 20, but he doesn't. He's down.
There go the mooks then.
Also, I forgot I should be using these. Where's, That's incapacitated. Because they are not dead. They are incapacitated.
Yep.
Right. Mr. Smith, you just, you heard windows shattering, you saw stuff fly, and yeah.
All of a sudden, he's simply in front of you. Like he's just fucking there. And he's looking at Kaylee with like the most disappointed dad face she's probably ever seen in her life. And that's probably impressive. And now I'm going to roll Intimidate against you to use dazing threat because he doesn't like people breaking his fucking restaurant. Do not do that again. And this is as a set DC and shit, so we don't have to worry about like character stuff. This is just literally like me rolling. Alright, so this is against your Intimidate, Insight, or Will, whichever is best. So 26 versus the better of one of those three. It's a set DC, so it's like gear resistance, basically. You don't roll anything.
Oh, yeah, you don't roll anything.
Oh,
There's no roll. It's like I'm attacking toughness, finger quotes, but not. It's weird. So what are you using? Will...
okay. Explain this to me then.
Okay, this is an Intimidate thing I had to unlock and do stuff.
Yeah. I
Basically,
get that.
I'm attacking, finger quotes. I'm attacking you with Intimidate. It's the best way to put it. You resist it with either Intimidate, Insight, or Will. I have to hit, finger quotes, the best of one of those, your choice. Your choice is which one. And if I have, it causes the daze effect. Which means you can only have a single standard action. You don't get an extra action, just the one standard.
Wonderful.
With the plus 10 for it being a passive defense. So if
Exactly.
your will's 11, the target is 21.
Mm-hmm. I rolled a 26, so...
Yeah,
What's your-
you beat it by 5.
Alright, and it does not get worse, by the way. It is just literally you have the daze effect, so you just can take standard actions. Still take a standard a turn, but that's it. Sorry, but that's what he'd do to someone who broke his restaurant.
Right, so yeah, it's treated as an attack check versus dodge, not toughness, because toughness is rolled.
What is?
If you're using the example of what it's like
Oh,
like
yeah,
an attack check
what an
versus
example.
dodge.
Yes, thank you.
Not
Yeah,
as
no,
like a
I get
damage
it.
check
I get
versus
it. I get
toughness.
it.
In any case, congratulations. There's a very frightening man in front of you, Miss Murphy.
Yeah, she's probably speechless and trying not to hyperventilate already, so you're not helping.
Do not
Congratulations.
do that again.
That
How
was your
does-
turn.
How
Not
does
really.
how does he even
No,
know that
you
was?
can't. Can you move
Move
that
by
far?
action.
Okay,
Move
fair
by
enough.
action, and I have a speed of 6. I can do that.
But that was your turn. That was an
Yes,
action.
that is my whole turn. He zooms over there at fucking light speed for all intents and purposes, says that, then zooms right the fuck back where he was, hands back up.
Just for completeness, does he even know she did that, or as far as he knows, that
Well,
Mook
there was
just
only
tossed
one
a
person in the
concussion-
restaurant.
tossed a concussion grenade in the windows?
Well, he went. She's over. Even if he did toss a concussion grenade and she's still standing, something's up. He's blaming her because he wants to blame someone, and he's in a crumple heat of pain. So
Sure.
Not to mention, she did raise a hand, and he does have super senses.
Carry on.
he has reason enough to blame her.
As a side note, she doesn't have to do that sort of thing to raise her hand,
No,
but she just
does.
does.
Yeah, I know. I presumed a little bit, but it made sense in the situation. Yes, sorry I removed your move action, but he wouldn't just, take that sitting there, and you broke his glass windows. They're not even his, we worked there, damn it. Oh, yes, turn's done.
Yeah.
Whatever's next.
Yes, the containment agent is doing a thing.
Containment Agent 0. Yep.
Yes, he's going to be shooting at Mr. Smith here, but in a different way.
This will be interesting.
Is he pointing the gun backwards or something?
No, gangster style. He's dual wielding assault rifles and holding them sideways next to each other.
So you see him adjusting something on the side of his gun, which now that you look at it is not a normal gun. Well, you're close with the electricity. It has some kind of keypad on the side, and it has a bunch of different launchers attached to different ends of it.
Continues to be interesting.
He takes a moment to quite purposefully steady his feet, and then he presses a button, and 2 pitons launch into the ground.
Congratulations, you have struck the ground, sir.
He continues to aim at you, and then one launches at you.
Catch it in my teeth. What do you want from me?
Yes, I know. I'm rolling. I'm going to see if he actually hits you.
It's actually tougher in this form than it would be if I was gigantic Tyrannosaurus. So
What is
figure.
your base dodge?
4,
24?
right on the token.
Oh no, your dodge is 4, so it's actually 14,
14,
like
yes,
it's on
sorry.
there. Okay. Yeah, you've been hit. This baton has just struck you in the chest. It hasn't hurt you, but it is stuck there.
Neat.
Yes, let's get to the part you're not going to like now.
Hmm.
There it is. Please make me a will save.
Question.
Yes.
Is this a teleport or a mental power?
No.
Okay, that's all I need to hear. Will save, you said?
Yes.
That.
Oof. Alright, yeah, you rolled well.
Am I aware of anything that tried to transpire, or just... Yeah.
It's currently trying to zap you, but it's not doing anything to you right now.
Isn't that supposed to be clamped to series level?
Yeah, it is. I roll 19 plus 14.
Yeah, no, the 14.
No, will plus something else cannot equal double power
Will
level.
and fortitude.
Yes. In
Okay.
this form, I assume his fortitude is weaker.
His fortitude is null.
As in immune?
Yep. It means I looked this up in 8 different places. I put no points into it. I'm just immune to the effects. So if you can somehow circumvent my immunity, I have 0, but...
Yeah, that is how that works. It's just weird.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's weird.
Okay, carry on.
Point is,
I'd
it
put
does
points
nothing
into it if I
now.
wasn't immune. I just can't because I'm immune. It's weird.
So I'm reasonably certain it does nothing now. Yeah, it does nothing this time.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I also am immune to fortitude, and Hero Lab really complains if I take will above 11.
Mm.
That I have no idea about.
Like I said, I don't use Hero Lab, so I don't know what the error is there. I just, according to math, I'm all right.
Because the immune should count as power level. So unless you had a fortitude of -3, you shouldn't be able to have a will above 11.
As power level, what implies that?
Power level, series power level, 11 at the moment.
I don't, though. Like, why do I have a series power level of 11 if I don't?
Yeah,
And, like, if I had not put any points into it, like, none,
No,
and hadn't
we
made myself
all
immune, I
do.
wouldn't have that much.
Everyone
We
is
all
power
do.
level 11.
Oh.
It's like character level.
No, I get that, but why would my fortitude be equal to my power level?
Because you have full immunity as per series level.
Yeah, I'm not getting it. I'm confused.
It is what it always is. It's not actually limited by power level. What it is the total of your fortitude and will cannot exceed twice the series power level. But yeah, it is weird what you do with someone's immune.
Yeah, I paid for this via immunity, not some kind of... Yeah, this is one
Well,
of
it's not
those-
about how you paid for it.
Alright.
It's just a broad rule that no matter how you get it, you can't have... Like, you can't have a fortitude and will of both 22, for example.
Yeah, that logic. I mean, this was my way of raising his will while still having a strong fortitude, basically.
It is just a very odd thing. I'm trying to tell...
Well, that was a thing. Hello.
You returned.
Hey.
What happened?
I don't, I don't know. I had to reboot my router. It kept kicking me off. So did we... You still arguing?
About something new, yes. This is a case of we're not sure.
Okay, so you put 30 ranks of immunity defense into fortitude?
Immunity, 30, fortitude, permanent, yada yada.
Okay. That is the same as putting in that many ranks into your fortitude. So your fortitude is considered to be equal to power level.
Yes,
So-
that is what it is. I just found it. Someone in the development team from Mutants and Masterminds has confirmed that you effectively have a fortitude of 11.
So
Okay,
your will
so-
max is at 11.
So your will max is 11.
Well, I need to readjust some points then.
Yeah,
'Cause
figure
I
that out.
spent-
It doesn't actually change anything here. But
Because
now
that
we
gives
know.
me 3 points to spend?
Yes. Yeah, that frees up 3 points.
Well, that's annoying as all hell.
Spend it getting a brand new car.
It's funny, he could actually do that.
Yeah,
yeah,
Anyway,
That's yeah, totally.
That's tedious as hell. I liked having a nice even 14s.
but now we know. In any case, Recon Agent 2 is on the ground. Will he be getting up? Because they have a thing. Let's
Interesting.
see.
Please tell me the thing is, why won't you die?
No.
I thought the perk was
Oh.
called It Cannot Die.
Different game.
Or it will not die.
It's a kickstand. Automatically pushes them up.
Dick joke.
Just trying to check what the relevant modifier is on this.
Well, great, now my
Right.
fucking will save's a giant big fucking weakness, and I have no idea how to fix it.
Your will save is still effectively
11?
21.
Yeah, big fucking
a
weakness.
rank 11 weakness is not a weakness.
Hush
Yeah,
you.
no, you're still fine.
Ah! It's a weakness to me.
You're immune to fort. It's called a balance.
Fuck that noise.
Just save up another 27 points and buy immunity will.
Lel.
And then you can buy immunity game.
Now, if I want to do that, I'd just be immune toughness stuff.
Yeah, no, I'd honestly ban that one.
Yeah,
I
could
would
buy
consider
that.
that immunity to fort and will should be banned too. Like, you can't be immune to everything.
I'd say that's fair. Pick one or the other kind of thing.
Yeah, you know what? Throglax pretty much has that, but at least his is very limited.
Hmm.
If you separate him from me, you can just stab him to death.
Yes, so, Recon Agents 2, his inbuilt first aid kit into his armor is going to patch up his problems and force him to wake up.
Force him to wake.
Yes, mostly through electric prods.
Wow, these guys are hardcore.
So you just hear, son of a bitch!
Yes, pretty much, and then he gets up.
I assume they're in naughty places.
You'll have to assume that for yourself.
That's where the kickstand comes from.
He's going to raise his gun towards Mr. Smith.
This will be interesting.
It will most likely do nothing, but he's doing it anyway.
I mean, he's welcome to.
He has some sort of machine pistol.
Neat. But there's the damage rank on that.
He has hit you, but it is only damage rank 8. It does nothing.
Yep, congratulations.
He
Bullets
has
are bouncing
peppered
off
you
me.
with bullets.
Stop ruining my fucking clothes, asshole.
Yeah, that's pretty effectively ruined your clothes. So he unloads like the entire clip into you.
I just look at him and go, stop that.
Containment Agent 1 is going to level his strange gun at you.
Okay, it's not clear. This isn't working. Just gonna inform all y'all right that now.
He's going to press a few different buttons, and, well... Right, you don't actually get to roll for this. This is just against your dodge. Okay, that's it. Now you can roll your own dodge.
Okay.
Which in this case will just be, what, d20 plus 4?
Yes. That.
That is not enough.
Okay.
You're staring him down, and, suddenly there's a very loud ringing in your ears. As in, very, very, very loud. It doesn't hurt, but it's incredibly annoying.
An annoyed snort.
What did you roll on that?
16.
Okay, so you only got one level of failure on that. You are now impaired.
Okay,
Mostly in that every time you try to do something that is so annoying, it's going to distract you.
gotcha.
Avery.
Let's see here. Shit's going down in the street below.
Yes.
That man does not care he's being shot.
Mhm.
Not even a little.
And that girl over there, apparently when she panics, the air itself gets out of her way.
Evidently.
Alright, of these two containment agents, this one just what did it look like to me just happened?
It looked like nothing at all. He pointed his gun, he pulled a trigger, and then the guy made an annoyed snort.
Is it turning him into a pig?
This containment agent launched, like, a harpoon at him, but a tiny one. It also doesn't seem to be doing anything just yet.
Yeah. Are the guys in these outfits the only ones who appear to have those little hand scanners?
Yes.
I'm going to drift down a new best friend a tap on the shoulder.
Oh boy. Alright.
Because
So
there are questions that need answering.
this is a will save, yes?
Let's see here.
How exactly does this work?
Okay, so possession is a cumulative affliction 11.
Okay.
It has no first or second degree effect until it reaches the third degree of controlled and unaware. So he rolls a will resist.
He has rolled a 19, which, with his plus 8 will, is 27.
Okay.
The man is strong.
Yep. I am trapped in him. And
Ah,
every
so-
round, he is going to roll the resist again until I'm in control of him.
Okay then. Then I suppose you're going to be busy for a bit.
Carry on.
The first recon agent, who is unconscious against a wall. Does he get up? He does. He gets up and staggers around for a moment and pulls his barcode scanner back out. Mostly pointing it in the direction of the girl who just tossed him across the street.
Does he really need clarification at this point?
He is the one who detected her the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I know, but I think he knows she can do things now.
His barcode scanner beeps 3 times. He pauses that and waves it over his buddy again. It beeps.
Oh no, he's joined them.
With that, he runs for the door. His entire movement is going to just be running in here. You can see part of the building behind him, but as he goes in, he is going to disappear.
Like he crosses the threshold, or he just goes out of view?
He goes out of view.
Okay.
Throglax.
Just a sec. I'm trying to figure out what you can actually do with one rank and luck control. I forgot what I put in it.
Controlled luck, presumably.
Yeah, I just don't know what it actually does.
Okay, so I just put points into things I was going to put points into eventually for reasons. So he's now immortal and has uncanny dodge.
Okay.
Hooray.
I assume it's the slow kind of immortal.
Yeah, no, it's more of an age thing. Like, he's not going to die of old age, if anything else. If he does, like, get stabbed, he just gets up again. It just kind of ties into the regeneration thing, I felt.
What if a Scotsman comes and cuts off his head?
He grows 2 heads. He's like a hydra.
A luck point, Brad, effectively works as a victory point that you can give to other people.
Yes and no.
What do you mean yes and no? That is the definition of it.
Thing is, you can't give it to other people unless you have the luck power.
Well, yes, that he has the luck power. That's why I'm
then
telling
he's
you.
good. Oh, okay. Like,
Yeah,
there's an advantage called luck, where you can just get a luck point and just have luck points and not spend them on
I-
He
it.
I
has
have
one
luck.
rank of luck control.
Let him tell you what he has. Then we can figure that out.
I have luck control. My Inspire Courage is luck control rank 1 with 5 ranks of luck.
You're aware we're on Throglax and not Joseph, yes?
Yes, but luck control is a reaction.
Okay.
It lets you at any point within a certain distance, depending on your how your luck control works, allow any friendly target, or just really any target at all, to re-roll something. And you spend a luck point basically like, I want you to re-roll that thing you barely succeeded on, or I want you to re-roll that thing you barely failed on.
It'd be way shorter if you just say what it says on the page. You can spend a victory point or use luck on another character's behalf. Done. Carry on. So what you doing, Brad?
Okay, there turns out to be nothing I could do. I just wanted to make sure. Okay, so Throgvox's turn then. How does multi-attack work?
If you hit well enough...
Are you using it for one target or multiple targets?
I was thinking he might just do blasts on all of them.
I think they have to be adjacent for it to work.
Multi-attack has several modes.
Okay, no. What happens is you're firing in an arc against multiple guys. You suffer a penalty to each attack, so equal to the total number of people you're hitting. And that's effectively it. If you're trying to hit 5 people at once, you take a -5 penalty to all your attack rolls.
Yeah, this is the part of multi-attack I never used on Chiome.
Mm-hmm.
Never had a reason to. You were melee.
Yeah, she was also a single target monster. She took down one person.
So if you were trying to hit everyone you could see, that would be 4 people. That would be 3 people right now. So you just take a -3 on your attacks and get 1 attack against each of them.
Hit dinosaur.
What dinosaur?
Exactly. Ghost
Okay,
dinosaur, extra dangerous.
Lel.
Yeah, you know what? He's actually going to... he's going to lob a poison arrow at this containment agent here.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your to hit.
Yeah, I'm not sure how any of this works. It's rank 10. Oh, that would be his bow's attack, right?
Yes, that would be his skill with the bow.
Range combat bows is 12.
That plus, yeah.
Plus D20. D0! You've destroyed the universe!
No.
A 16.
That looks bad.
Let's see.
Average
Versus
dodge.
his dodge. No, you have hit.
Okay.
These guys are not most dodgy.
Yeah, they seem like bricks.
So that's a poison, extended range 1, weaken stamina. So I have to look up weaken.
Weaken is fortitude or will versus the DC. I would assume in this case, since it's poison, it'd be fortitude.
It'd be 4, yeah.
What is its rank?
That is a rank 10 effect.
And what is it weakening?
Stamina.
Okay. He has failed it, but not by very much. So they lose character points in the affected trait equal to the difference between the check result and the DC. Okay. Yeah, so you hit him. Does it do any damage by itself, or is it just the poison?
I believe that one is just the poison.
Okay. You have hit him. It hurts. You could see him flinch because you caught somewhere in between the armor plates, but he's not staggering or anything. It's hard to tell what it's done so far.
Stamina. Okay, I'm just looking at what that actually does because I haven't done it since I made this. Okay. That would be good for him then.
Okay.
So that affects toughness, fortitude, and stamina checks. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Recon Agent 1, does he wake up? He does.
Throwing dice apparently has poisoned arrows. It's very useful.
There's web arrows too. They're just I just haven't had a reason to use them yet.
This recon agent is going to go after the other person in the area.
There's no people here.
Yeah, you made it very visible where you are.
No.
You're not directly visible from his sight with...
Look, I just somehow replaced this door with a wall. It's no big deal.
yeah. Yeah, he's just going to shoot at you.
Oh.
Ooh. Your dodge is 15. That's not going to be enough here. Now I need to look up multi-attack on a single target.
It's like the more you beat their dodge,
Yeah,
the higher the DC is.
If you have 2 degrees of success, damage resist is +2. If you have 3 or more, damage resist is +5.
So +5.
Oh.
Yes, now it is a DC 28 as he fires his machine pistol at you.
Okay, and rolling toughness is 15 plus toughness.
But
No,
Wait,
it's
no, how?
D20. plus toughness.
D20. Okay, D20.
And don't you have something, some kind of shield of some sort?
Well, when it's active.
Yep.
I mean, I think she can leave it on, but hasn't turned it on.
Okay.
But she isn't incapacitated, so she can defensive roll.
Yes, she can.
If my sheet would stop lagging. Dear God.
You have 6 ranks of defensive roll. So +6 to your toughness.
Right, and her base toughness is 2, I think. Yep.
Alright,
So,
well,
yeah.
that combined with the fact that you are still mostly behind a wall, he doesn't have a completely clear view to you, you're going to take a bruise.
She may also be screaming.
You have been winged in the leg.
Yeah, screaming.
Joseph, your ghostly friend has vanished.
I can't see him. When I cast anything else, my arcane sense went away.
He double
Fair enough.
vanished.
He double vanished, yes. Take your turn.
Okay. Drawing a weapon is a free action for me, so I draw Illichor. Hey, buddy, you ready to taste some blood?
I'm going to let you handle that one.
Yeah, let me at him! Woohoo!
Mostly because I had a feeling you could do it better than I could.
Please leap in with a flourish, land on a table, and slit with a musketeer hat. Make me so happy.
Yes.
Nope, I'm actually going to... a story is about 10 feet, so I'm about 20 feet above them.
Yep.
I descend down. Whack. 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 And I have moved by action. So I go up on this building.
What if I actually let you do that once? If you use
Yes,
the minion
you can hit-
takedown trick, that only works on minions, and sadly these two aren't.
Yeah, you can hit one guy.
I have multi-attack.
That doesn't help.
Actually, right.
Well, it would let him move here and whack these two at the same time, but since it's a melee multi-attack, I presume
He can
your
hit
reach is
multiple
limited.
targets in the same standard action.
He can, but once he commits to doing so, it's within his range to do so.
He's actually right here. I had to do this myself. That's why a lot of Chiome's was AoE hits rather than using Mubai and multi. Because what multi-attack means is that if they're all next to you, you're cleaving.
Mm-hmm.
Your
thing would be illegal if they were all minions, or if you had an
AoE
AoE that
take
functioned
down,
like that.
You can just hit one, then move, hit one, move, hit one, move, because you keep getting refunded the action.
So what you could do is hit, and then keep moving, but there's no way for you to include these. Because apparently they're heroes or something weird.
They're not heroes, they're just not minions.
Yeah, there's a second mid category.
Is that sidekick? That'd be sidekicks, wouldn't it? That's hilarious.
Sidekicks are minions. I think, aren't they?
I don't know, actually. They're given a lot more points to work with. Do they still fall to one hit, though?
I actually don't know. I didn't really look into them because I wasn't really planning on having one.
Someone here needs to have a Robin.
We
I
do.
have a little baby dinosaur.
Throglax is a sidekick.
Yep.
Oh, well, there you go, then.
No, he's a minion.
Same thing.
Yeah. Well, no, Psychic is different.
Multi-attack can apply to any effect requiring an attack check, so it's not limited to ranged, and multiple targets. You can use it to hit multiple targets at once by walking or spraying the multi-attack across an arc.
Yeah, that's what I was...
One attack
looking at.
check per target. You do suffer a -5 penalty for all of them.
So
The issue there is twofold. One, move by attack only allows one target. You get one action, then you keep moving. So he gets this one attack action, and his one attack action is limited to things within his melee reach.
Multiple...
No, wait, hang on.
It specifically says you can walk and do it as long as it's in an arc.
Yes. Multi-attack specifically
let's
states
be-
it's all part of one standard action.
Let's be blunt here. One thing to remember going back into this system is this is a loose system, not a rules-strict system.
Yeah, the way I'm interpreting that now is I couldn't do what I was going to do, but I can fly.
Yeah, anything you can hit in like a
yeah.
straight line.
I can fly down in a straight line, hit those three, and go back up onto the next building.
Yeah, you can't maneuver around everywhere, but in an arc you can hit everything you're going to be near.
So whack, whack, whack.
Yeah. Skullhat, you're thinking of move by action, where when taking a stand-in and a move, you can move both before and after it, provided the total distance isn't greater than your normal movement speed. Right?
Which he is using.
Okay.
In order to hit something while moving, yes, that's the only way I found to do it.
Well, because technically he's doing a multi-attack, and then after multi-attack, continue with a move by action. Because the multi-attack ends, like, here.
Yeah.
So this is just a
Skullhat-
really weird situation.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
one stand, like, he starts the attack here, and the entire attack action goes until he gets to here.
No, I get the functionality now. All right, it's fine.
Alright, so make your 3 attack checks at -3 each. One of those definitely hit.
One of those was a fuck crit. Good for him.
Yeah, crit adds, 5 to the effect DC?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There's no confirmation, it's
see.
just suck dick.
But you did miss the first containment agent. You did hit the second two, though.
Which, of course, is the one Avery is in, so now Avery's in a corpse. Nice.
Yeah. Illichor is rank 10, penetrating 10, incurable damage.
So when
believe
you
the
cut
translation
someone,
to-
they stay cut.
I think I'm just translating to it's just a rank 10 damage that vulnerable doesn't come into play, and you cannot heal it through regeneration. Or
Yeah, the
means.
healing does actually make a problem for him. You said it was penetrating 10?
Yep, rank 10, penetrating 10, incurable, effects insubstantial, but I don't think that hits Avery by accident though. So
He's in the body, I mean...
Oh shit.
That would hit him by
that's
logic.
up to you whether that hurts Avery or not. I don't know he's in there, so sorry if it does.
Well, I'm immune toughness, so
Yeah, so no, it still wouldn't... I'm pretty sure you'd have to be using it in that way, and possession's a different sort of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I am both insubstantial and immune to aging, fortitude effects, life support, sleep, toughness effects, a few other things. Yeah, I am actually dead, not just
Right.
insubstantial.
Yeah, that would be different then. So even if he could affect you as an insubstantial creature, you're still not, alive. It doesn't fucking matter to you. I have a hole in me. What the fuck do I care?
Okay, so yeah.
Oh, okay. The first guy is gonna go down definitely because his armor did not kick in.
He did.
He's not dead, but well, I'll put it this way: he's gonna be unconscious, so Avery's gonna get the takeover immediately, I presume.
Yes.
All right. On your next turn, you'll be taking this guy over because he is on the ground out.
Meat puppet.
What happens when you take someone over who's in extreme pain?
Physically, I am now them until they enter REM sleep. So if his autodoc revives him, I'm the one in control now.
Well, the autodoc can't revive him.
Yeah, that's a separate concern.
Incurable damage. There's a flat modifier you need to have on your healing to overcome that.
Oh, if that's the case, they might overcome it. In any case, let me roll the toughness for the other guy. The other guy is bruised again.
Yay, cumulative bruises. Yay.
Yes, you said it was incurable what?
Incurable is
Incurable's
a flat point. Effect cannot be countered or removed using healing or regeneration unless that healing or regeneration has the persistent.
Yeah,
range,
okay. So, yeah, that'll come into play.
which is also a flat 1 point.
Their healing fades, but it is persistent.
Gotcha.
In other words, there's only so much painkillers in there.
Yep.
But boy, are they really good fucking painkillers.
They're very good painkillers.
That's
Miss
a real
Murphy.
high.
Well, they just shot at the panicking girl.
Yes, they did.
She's gonna
There goes
continue
my
to
fucking
panic.
restaurant.
You are dazed right now, so you have one action.
You fucking bring my restaurant, lady.
Let's see. What's the normal range?
I don't care if you graviton crush this guy or whatever. Leave my fucking restaurant out of it.
She doesn't care. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out the base range of a base power.
Of what?
A range power, what's...
The default range, you mean?
Yes.
That is rank 1, if not said otherwise, or if you don't buy otherwise. So 60 foot.
Okay.
Some ranged powers automatically include range boosts as you rank them up, but not all do. Is this another move object, or?
Most of her stuff is.
Gravity,
Okay.
you know.
Yep. So unless you've specifically bought extra range, it's 60 foot.
Yeah, I don't think I generally did. I'm just double checking.
Oh right, that's why I went with weakened stamina. You get somebody's stamina down to -5, they're automatically dying.
Hmm.
Yeah, with move object, its rank only improves your effective strength.
Hmm?
So that's her singularity.
Couldn't have been just 5 foot to the left. Nope, right there, right there.
She's panicking, so...
She is panicking, yes. You're going to catch Mr. Smith in that. How does this work? Is this just pulling into the center?
Yep. This is another move object 11, damaging limited direction towards the epicenter.
Alright, everyone roll your dodge.
Joseph, she's mimicking your spell. She's clearly a wizard.
Oh, I'm not having it this time.
Possibly a cleric.
Yes, but I believe you won't care either way.
Probably not.
Well, the damage is toughness, which he doesn't care about because it's
Not even a
not
little.
going to get through the. Yeah.
Whether I'm not in a mood is another story entirely. It depends.
One of them is having it, the other is not.
Yeah, that'll depend on your mass in your current form.
I waste my
So wait,
superhuman
how is
does
this
in this
working? We
form.
roll dodge to have the effect, and then what?
I believe
So
then we're moved.
That halves the rank of the move object. So if it's 11, he is now going to be thrown with a move object 5 or 6. I forget whether it rounds down.
Is
Well,
throwing
not for
itself dealing damage?
If
I've
you hit
got
anything,
damaging on it, so it is actually the function of it. Basically, the gravity's unstable and not pulling like evenly. So there is a damaging effect to anything she touches with this.
Right. In that case, I don't actually move because if I'm not affected by the the effect itself, the damage part, the rest doesn't carry. I just stand there. At least I think that's how that's working. I mean,
No,
correct me
it
if
is-
I'm-
I
seriously,
don't
correct me if I'm
think
wrong here.
that's how that works.
It is
Yeah, if you're
damaging,
unaffected
so
by
it
the
does.
secondary effect, you're unaffected by the damage, not the other way around.
Yeah, you're still going to get moved, most likely.
Okay.
Well, actually, how much does he weigh?
That's the thing. Yeah,
just-
right now he weighs as normal.
Yeah, the way move object works on people is you have to make a grab attempt on them, so they get a resistance.
What resistance?
Yeah, what?
There's grab rules for it.
Well,
It's the
grab
same
rules
as-
was
it's the
involved
same as trying
touching
to
the
pick
guy and
somebody
making a
up
strength.
Yeah,
It's the same as trying to pick somebody up and throw them.
Yeah, actually, no. Kaylee already mentioned this. It has the damaging extra, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It does directly inflict damage.
Yes, but we also just need to know how far people are going to move.
Yeah, so that's the same as picking somebody up and throwing them.
So strength contest? Because that's what it comes down to when you pick someone up and throw them.
Yeah, I have to find the rules on it, but it works. It works the same way. And
You make an attack. If you hit them on their parry, you have established.
Just figuring it out. Hold on.
I'm not sure where grab rules are in this. I remember having.
Okay, here we are.
It's under action and adventure.
You make a resistance check against the strength of the effect using the better of strength or dodge.
Well, I know which is mine.
And then we handle the damage.
Yeah, because throwing
well,
somebody
there you
in
go
a
then.
random direction is a free action.
Yeah, even with it not being halved, Mr. Smith is fine. He rolled a 20.
Love hate digging.
But the recon agent and the containment agent... What's their better, strength or dodge? Dodge. Easily dodge.
For most people, it would be dodge. Only bruisers are the exception to that rule for the most part.
Right. The recon agent at the center is not actually going to be pulled any farther to the center, funnily enough. The containment agent over there will, though, so they're going to smash together because he happens to be right near the center anyway. So yeah, they're both going to take 2 damage 11 effects. But their armor does kick in for both of them, so let's see how they do. Okay, he survives the first one. Ooh, he pulls a nat 1 on the second.
Well,
Ouch.
if he goes down, he might just go down.
This recon agent just headbutted his buddy's helmet, and that did not go well for him.
Oh, that does suck.
The containment agent, ooh.
And that one has 2 bruises as well. He's gonna. Oh dear.
Ooh, he hasn't failed too badly on either one, but he has failed both. He's up to 4 bruises. He's getting to the point where something's going to hit him at some point here, and he's going to go down.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not down yet. He just has a massive headache and everything hurts.
I imagine his gun is no longer pointed at me.
No.
Just curious about that.
To be clear, though, the baton is still stuck in you, and it's attached to the other 2 that are launched to the ground. They are not attached to his gun anymore.
I know. That I wasn't too. That was a different concern.
They are linked together, but that's about it.
Okay. The baton is like is it nestled there, or what? How's it on me?
It's pierced the top layer of skin, but like literally that. You can pull it out, but if you don't purposely pull it out, it's going to stick there.
Yeah, I'm probably going to pull that out, but we'll get to that.
Mr. Smith, you are impaired.
Regeneration kicks in. I'm no longer impaired. I have no bruises, so that's removed.
Yep.
Mr. Smith, go to Washington.
Isn't it actually to remove the thing in my fucking, like, can I just brush that off, or?
I mean, it's stuck in there and attached to other things in the ground, so you would have to tug at it.
So it's attached by, like, wire or something?
To the things in the ground, yes. It's hardcore cabling.
Okay, well, that's neat. What am I gonna do? Well, I was gonna deal with the man who was shooting at her, but he's been apparently just squashed, so, that's been dealt with. I guess I'll just throw this man to North Dakota.
I don't think North Dakota wants him.
I don't know if he's gonna get him.
Alright, roll your strength if you're trying to grab him. Actually, you have to make an attack check first.
Actually, I get to make an attack check, and if it succeeds, I get a free grab attempt. So I'm just gonna open hand, kind of palm him.
Are you slapping him, or...?
Yes, I'm slapping him upside the head like he's a naughty child.
Alright.
This will be an all-out attack, so my defenses will be lowered by, I believe it's 5 at maximum.
This
Yes,
is an
5, so
excellent way
defense
to
lowered
get
by
people
5.
out of the battle who don't have movement.
Defenses lowered by 5, attack increases by 5. Alright. So this will be 13. Yeah, 13. That is versus his parry.
That will hit.
Okay, I have hit him, therefore I get a free grapple attempt, so his strength versus mine.
No, he's rolling dodge, but yes.
Well, dodge then. Oh wait, I have a plus. I have pluses to that, don't I? Because I have improved grab and stuff. Sorry, it's been a
Go
long
check
time.
that. Because he rolled identically, so if you don't have anything, he has managed to stop you.
Sorry, I have a lot to shift through. No, this just this unless I had already established. So yeah, I do not grab him because I rolled.
Okay.
Poop.
He has not grabbed you. I mean,
However,
you
he
have not
still
grabbed
takes
him.
the effect of being swatted casually upside the head, which is a rank 14 damage effect.
Rank 14, alright.
Oh, sorry, not 14, rank 8. I forgot, I'm not a turret. I'm not a
Okay.
Tyrannosaurus, I'm not hitting
Yes,
quite
you're
that
not
hard.
a Tyrannosaurus. Well, his
Back.
armor does not come into play. You managed to find a bare spot on his chin.
Uppercut slap, I don't know, shut up.
Yeah, uppercut slap. There you go. Which means I don't think there's any way for him to actually survive this unless he gets really, really good. Which he doesn't. Oh god, that's...
I slapped him so hard his jaw breaks, he does a spin in the air and lands.
He got a total of 4.
Well, his jaw breaks, he does a backflip a couple times, maybe like 2 in the air, and flops like a corpse there somewhere. I did warn you. I just sort of look at the thing in my chest and wonder what the fuck was his plan.
The containment agent is going to press more buttons on his keypad, and that thing is going to try and zap you again. Please make a will save. And
I really just don't give a shit.
Alright.
And then look at him. Look what I do with his friend. Look back to him and lift my brows.
He's going to go over here. Recon agent number 2. As in the one Avery is in. Avery, congratulations, you've taken over this recon agent. But does his healing kick in?
He has to overcome
He's used
the
it
fact
once already, but it does.
So how does overcoming
It has
incurable?
persistent. That's all it is.
Okay.
Avery, you are in a body. You are on the floor. There's a sword wound in your side. It hurts.
Fuck me, nothing worse than other people's headaches. Jesus.
Containment agent number 1. Does his healing kick in?
Do I only get the
Well,
non-action
no,
of
no, no.
waking up?
We're not actually at your turn. That was the recon agent's initiative. Now we're going to move to your initiative for that.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
There we go.
his healing
Forgot.
kicked in
Yep.
on his turn, and yeah.
Yep.
This containment agent has had his healing kick in, but it will only heal his bruise at first. He is now still incapacitated. Avery, you're on the ground. I will give you control of this recon agent for now.
Okay. Just double checking. Yep, there we go. Let's see here. What do I currently have in hands? I think the hand scanner?
Yes, you are currently holding some kind of scanning device and a machine pistol. You can also hear lots of chatter through an earpiece.
I am going to stand up and meander over to this wall, looking like I am trying to recover from some terrible headache, while listening in and hoping nobody comes and smacks me up the head.
Most of what you hear is in code, but from what you can pick up of this guy's, surface knowledge, they're talking about 4 different targets in the area and reinforcements.
Hold on a moment. Oh, pardon me, I forgot something. I have instant up. I get up from prone as a free.
Okay.
I come over here as if that movement still.
Mm-hmm.
And I reholster this pistol so that I don't look like a threat. I think that's going to be another move equivalent action, so I'll take inventory of what on earth is this guy carrying next round.
Okay, you will put your pistol away. Which is a very odd behavior for someone in this situation.
Yes.
Well, he just kind of stumbled to the corner holding his head, I mean.
We'll be getting to Throg Deluxe in a moment. The door swings open again.
Right into this guy's face.
Pretty much.
Yeah, well, they don't care. He didn't do his job.
Whack.
Bringing them over.
Can I help you, gentlemen?
Again, they say nothing to you, just raised weapons.
Everyone is terribly rude today.
But these guys have been preparing behind the door, so they're all going to be taking their moves immediately.
Fair enough.
Both containment agents are going to do something familiar to you. And launch their own batons into the ground.
It did not work for the last man. What makes you think it will work now?
They're
Says
still going to
casual.
fire at you. Please make one will save.
Great. Don't care.
What is with you rolling 20s? Okay, roll
I
another
am
one
a
for the
boss.
second guy.
Second guy?
Yeah, there's two of them firing at you.
Still don't care.
That one might actually be a little too little.
That would be an exceedingly high DC then, which is possible.
This is the point of that this weapon. Yeah, okay, you haven't failed by very much, but you have failed it. I think you failed by just 1 point, but...
Okay. That would make it an obscenely high save then.
This
Alright.
is a broad weakened effect. All of your stats are decreased by 1.
But he's not a broad.
Lol.
That's what it does.
Okay. Well,
Hot?
Those broads?
Me
All of your
too.
stats have been decreased by 1.
via will. That's very, very odd, you know.
Yes, it's... You'll get an explanation for it later. You're not getting it now.
Fair enough. So that's officially annoyed him.
I imagine it would. Yes, you now have 3 different batons in you, and one of them is actually zapping you.
He just sort of sighs, this really tired sigh. Why are you even trying?
Man, you got really phased in the Weapon X program, didn't you?
You have no idea what horrible shit they tested on him to make sure.
All 3 recon agents are going to surround you.
And what?
and-
On this?
They're scanning you with their little barcode scanner-like things. 3 inch of you.
Stop that.
Are they
There's a
looking
lot
at-
of...
Are they probing him next?
Maybe.
Seriously.
There's a lot of beeping. Frog blacks.
Beep,
I don't know whether or not to feel violated.
beep, 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 beep.
Throgdox is going to continue poisoning this guy.
Poor guy. Alright, make your attack roll. You have hit.
He rolls his
So he has
severely
to make
weak and
his fort.
fucking 4 bruises.
Yes,
fucking
his fort at -1.
seriously. Between the
Minus
poison and the
whatever,
bruises.
minus however much he's weakened, because...
Yes, he was only weakened 1 this time.
Oh, it's healed by now then.
Oh, has it?
It heals at a rate of 1 per turn.
Okay, what's the DC? 22?
It
What?
is a DC 10 effect, so 20.
Okay. Oh.
Does he go nerf?
He rolled a 5.
Remember, the max it can be brought down to is minus 10. 10 minus, you know.
Yeah, no, he's on the ground gurgling.
Okay, that killed him.
He's not dead yet. He does have a first aid inbuilt to his suit, but he's gurgling and doesn't sound good.
Awesome. That's his turn.
It's like... Agent 1, do you get up? He does.
There's a point when your body's so broken you can't get up anymore, and don't make me go that direction.
Oh, believe me, they're taking
Is it enough
penalties
to
every
heal
time they
the
get up.
multiple bruises he took?
He's a minion. He just goes down with 1. He can't actually get more than 1 at a time. I had to look this up.
Yeah, it's a bit of an
Okay.
abuse of the system, but it works.
Well, that's
Well,
not
the thing
really
is,
abuse.
he's taking penalties every time he gets up. Every time he heals, it requires a higher roll to heal again.
Interesting. Okay, good to know.
And once it heals 5 times, it won't work anymore. Because it's out of painkillers.
These are really interesting minions. I like them. Good job on them.
I wanted minions that, while you could kill them, were actually going to be annoying.
Yeah, no, these are really annoying. Perfect minions. Good job.
So, he's
He
gonna
joined
look
the fucking
around.
Pull out his scanner just casually.
Yeah, you don't want to know what the scanners are doing. You want to know why that roll that worked before didn't work this time?
I'm presuming they're scanning me for possible weaknesses and just working off that.
He's going to turn around and go shoot at Miss Murphy again.
Wow. Dick move.
Well, she did just, like, throw him into the center of the street and clunk heads with his buddy.
You don't know that. I don't know.
He does, actually. They know a lot about Miss Murphy. Okay, yeah, that's gonna hit. Please roll your toughness.
Why are they so mean?
He's shooting at you. Braka, 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 braka.
Baka, 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 baka?
No. Yes. Guns were made in Japan. What do you want from them? Lel.
Somehow I don't think that's enough.
No. It's not really all that much, though. This is still just a damage effect 8 from the machine pistols.
Basically, you want to roll high to not be insta-KO'd right now.
Yeah, so you're going to take a bruise. That's it, actually, because he didn't roll very well on his multi-attack.
And what is everything that bruises are going to be affecting?
Bruises
Everything.
just decrease your further toughness by 1. They don't decrease everything.
Yeah, just your damage resistance toughness checks.
Yeah, so you get a -2 to all your future toughness checks right now. You've been weak in the other leg.
Would have a 1 difference on that change anything?
No.
Okay, because I didn't put in the bruise on that last one.
You were 2 away from change.
Okay.
You have been winged in your other leg. I assume you were still screaming.
Every time she gets shot at, yeah.
No. It's that whole Ace Ventura, like,
No, much more high-pitched, much more panicky.
You got my leg, you got my other.
A guy just shot at a young girl down there, and you can hear her screaming.
Smite him.
I'm gonna fly back over onto the other,
Okay.
and then I'm going to hit Recon Agent 1 with a magic missile.
Magic missile.
It's a perception range, damage 11 attack, so he just rolls toughness against the damage.
Damage 11, you say?
Yep. Pew!
Oh god. Now I want to make a character that has, instead of magic missile, has an overloaded version, just a magic missile hell. Magic missile with anime.
Welcome to
that
hell.
missile impacts on his back armor and does nothing.
That's fine.
Thus fitting a magic.
Yeah, end
Thus
of turn.
fitting
What does your magic missile look like, by the way?
Purple ball.
A purple ball just flew across the battlefield to hit a guy in the back.
Did it bounce off him with a boing?
Yes, it's a rubber ball. Continue to bounce down the street.
I'm just asking.
No, but it doesn't have a path, so it zigzags all over the place and then disappears.
So wide-eyed staring.
What the fuck is even going on anymore?
Yeah, so I assume the turn.
Yep.
Miss Murphy!
This is the second time you've been
So if
shot.
I remember correctly, can use victory points to get a second action?
I believe. Let me look up the specifics, but generally, yes.
Second actions, whether standard or move, is up to you. A new power up to a very limited point, like you just spontaneously do a thing. Don't think it gets you advantages though. I think it's actually pretty.
I don't
limited.
see anything about extra actions actually.
Pretty
Oh,
sure
really?
it's a thing. I know there's a lot you can't do with it without advantages.
But I swore with Shield I got to do things like that.
That might have been due to an advantage, because there are advantages to make victory points more flexible and useful. Like, there's a lot of them.
Or there's an advantage that they can let you take extra action for like penalties.
What
Actually, that might be the key there. There might just be a way to do action and a penalty, like you just said. I don't know if there's an advantage for it. And victory points let you erase.
That's right.
those
Yeah,
things, like you
it's
just get
using
rid of
extra
them.
effort, and then the victory point is to erase the downside of extra effort.
Precisely.
whatever you do, I'm going to spend the victory point for you. I'm going to use a luck for your victory point.
It's a
enough.
reaction.
Good by
You
me.
can do that.
Whatever you do, I'm going to do
Yeah,
that.
that's extra effort gets an additional action.
Where are you
Yeah,
finding
that's
that?
how it was tied in.
It's here.
Oh, and you're no longer well, actually, yeah, would you still be dazed? I don't think
No,
intimidate
it's one
dazed.
turn.
No,
Yeah,
dazed lasts
intimidate
a turn.
days only lasts the turn. So yeah, you're fine.
Ah, yes. Okay. So yeah, you
Uh,
can use it to get rid of the negatives and just have the
She
extra
has
effort.
extraordinary effort.
Oh,
Meaning
she's
what?
doing well.
She gets two
Yeah.
of these.
Oh, so she's having 3 actions this turn. Okay.
I don't know if I can do the same one.
I think you can.
Yeah, you can do the same. Not have either.
Well, I'll probably do all of that, honestly.
Okay, so I'll have no drawbacks and just explode everything. Cool.
So it's gonna be 3 actions coming out here.
So
She's gonna fucking Gork's foot stomp this whole fucking neighborhood just like flat.
You
Yeah,
currently
so when
have
you,
1 victory point.
Yeah, so when you when you go to spend that, you see me out of the corner of your eye glowing and hear a faint hum.
Heroic music starts playing in your ear for no particular reason.
I decided to go with line of sight as the perception for that, so that because that's easier to adjudicate than sound.
We are impressed by your glowing.
I just glow for half a second, imparting that to her, and there you go.
Okay, sorry, I have to look through this. I'm about to use her possibly most complicated ability.
Dazzle
Not
us.
foot stomp.
Oh no, I guess it's just right. It's an environmental effect.
Oh boy.
Fun.
I think this just means that it affects everything around her.
Yes, that's what environment does.
Yep. So 250 feet around her is going to be
Christ.
affected.
Oh, there goes my restaurant. God damn it.
Environmental.
What is this
effect,
exactly?
whatever
What are you
that
doing?
It's her chaotic gravity effect.
Okay, so what kind of effect is that?
Environment 3.
Okay. What is it doing?
This is the gravity bubble one, yeah?
Yeah, but hold on.
All right. Everyone's movement's impeded by 2 ranks.
Okay.
Visibility is -5, so it basically, yeah. It's linked to several other abilities.
Okay.
The next is debris field. God damn it! I need to get to.
Oh, I see. You set up the field with one action, and then you're activating shit in the field with the others. Okay.
No, this just happens.
They're attached or extras.
Yeah, she can't use any of these other things on her own. It's basically representing the shit flying around inside of it.
So she went tornado on us. Alrighty.
I'll be able to tell you more once this stupid sheet doesn't lag anymore.
I'm seeing it. So you've got chaotic gravity, which will impede movement by 2. Visibility -5. It is a concentration effect for you.
Yep. I guess technically that means she's doing this at the end, but as much as order of operations matters, because I think concentration would mean that I could do the other 2 things.
And then you've got the debris field, which looks like concealment 3.
Yep.
It conceals visibility and normal hearing. And debris damage, which is just damage 1 in the area.
Yeah, it's based nothing, but, shit's flying around.
Oh, just FYI for my thing, when this guy's turn comes up, if he took enough stamina damage to be down, that means it's debilitated and it's not healing anymore.
Sorry, what? What are you talking about?
The
this
poison.
guy, yeah, he's that means once his ability is debilitated, it doesn't heal by 1 per round anymore.
Yep. No, he is down until he gets some kind of assistance, or if his
Okay.
healing device blows
So I can't
everything
make
on
something
him.
large enough to actually cover this area.
Okay.
It caps
Okay.
out at 150.
Okay.
250 range would cover almost this entire map from where you are
Yeah,
currently
basically,
standing.
it's the very southern edges aren't covered in the very right side.
Yeah, so effectively everything. So don't worry about it. I'll be making note of if people get outside of it, but hardly anyone is going to be. So how would you like to describe this happening?
Well, all this other crap basically happens at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So, primarily around her, light seems to kind of dim for a bit, and she gets this shimmering effect on her as she activates, one of her gravity shields.
Okay.
So that's going right now.
Is it the gravity shield, gravity deflection shield?
Well,
The gravity
deflection
bubble?
is for others.
Ah.
And yeah, god damn it. I need to transfer this off of this program now, I guess.
Try downloading it sometime. Just open it on your computer instead of in the browser.
This is why I still use OpenOffice.
Well, I just wanted to be able to edit something everyone could see.
That's why I keep the file in my Google Drive.
In any case, so gravity shield, you're hitting this entire area with the chaotic gravity field. What is your third action?
Third action will be where just gotta get now. I've actually loaded it, so yes, I can actually do this. The heavy gravity field.
Okay, 30-foot burst. Please center that wherever you want to center it.
Oh,
Well,
actually, this fits more. No, she's gonna blast this guy again because she's still scared of him.
Okay. So not heavy gravity field, or
That won't be happening immediately.
okay, so you're doing this again. All right.
So she could technically aim that further away, but I don't
All
think
right.
it
Well,
hit anyone else.
first off, well, actually, you're doing this technically before the chaotic gravity field, right?
Yeah, the chaotic gravity field happens at the end, because then she has to do concentration from then on out.
All right. So he's gonna have to roll his dodge and then probably be sent flying. What is the rank of that ability?
11.
He has
I'm
failed
fairly
his dodge. Just
I'm fairly
barely.
certain I can't power attack something like that because there's no hit.
No, yeah, it doesn't work that way. He has failed his dodge, and he has to make a strength check not to be thrown. Please make a roll yourself of d20 plus 11. Yep, he's getting thrown. You said it did mass -1 for anything you threw?
Basically, no, it's mass. Well, okay. No, it's speed minus their mass plus 1.
Speed minus mass plus 1. Okay.
Against people, that basically means speed.
This guy is around 200 pounds, so...
So, okay, it actually is a -1.
That's
then.
2. As a person who had to write down his mass, 2.
Yeah. So you're going to, again, throw him about 4 miles, or in this case, until he hits a building.
Yeah, I didn't really take it for the distance, because the distance is silly. It's for speed of impact.
Hey, you'll eventually come across a really tough motherfucking descent to the ocean.
Yeah,
Where
I honestly don't think that she should be able to send someone that far. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah,
We'll figure it out when it actually becomes important.
Where are you getting this speed of throw? Where is speed coming into it? Because throwing distance applies, but where are you getting speed?
I was just quoting off what Brad was doing. So
Your speed rank is the same as the throwing distance rank.
Yeah, where are you getting speed? Because move object does not involve speed whatsoever.
The speed the thing moves at would be the same as the throwing distance rank.
Speed is determined as the distance minus the time.
Okay.
But it doesn't effectively mean anything. It's the same as saying, he got thrown with a strength of 11.
Yeah.
Though in this case, he got thrown with a strength of 10.
I mean, what it comes down to, it's not going to... Whenever she throws someone, it's not going to be in a weightless environment. So they're never going to travel as far as they could technically travel.
Well,
They're going
no,
to hit something.
That is what the throw part of the rule does account for. The problem is that you can't keep moving something beyond your range of move object. And as far as the damage that gets applied to them, only happens once. The fact it's a damaging move object means that damage only happens once from moving them, either impacting them with the force itself or by hitting them into something. So they're not going to take damage from the move object power and then damage when they land somewhere. It's just once.
Which
Probably
is why I never
correct.
bothered paying for damaging in it.
So if you're throwing them super far, they take your rank in damage when they land.
But it is still good to have in the case that someone doesn't actually get thrown super far, they can still get hurt by it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's more or less what I want her to be able to have.
Alright, well in any case, he flew.
Whoosh bang.
Yeah, he's down.
Whereas my stuff just whams people into each other at high speed so they take damage.
Mr. Smith, a guy went flying past your head.
At this point, if anyone can see her, which they probably... Most people can't, she's huddling now.
And
Basically curled up.
the whole area is filled with dust being lifted from the ground by a localized earthquake, apparently.
Well,
Dragon
this has
Ball
officially
Z.
gotten weird.
Avery, a guy is slammed into the wall next to you.
I duck reflexively and then notice that he wasn't flying at me.
Everyone, now make a toughness test against debris.
Please
It's
roll
damage
my...
rank 1.
You'll pass it unless you fail, like, utterly.
Uh-huh.
I am unaffected.
Yeah, so I'll
Ian,
roll the
please
recon
roll my
agents thing,
body's
yes.
toughness. Toughness. Yeah, thanks.
It's mostly that it's a threat to civilians.
I might actually
If-
fail this. I only have a +5 to toughness.
Everyone gets their armor. Which means that all of the soldiers are perfectly fine. And you have just made that, Brad.
Whew.
Considering it has come out to a 16.
Actually, I think I might have more toughness that's not accounted for in this. Just a second.
Defensive
Yeah,
roll?
defensive roll.
Yeah, my buckler gives me defensive roll 6,
Yeah, so you're fine.
Yeah.
but that doesn't show up on the front for some reason.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Alright, so I'm thinking we should get through this current turn we're in. And it's 6 o'clock.
Sure.
I was expecting
Alright.
us to finish this combat, but, well,
We would have if you didn't flood it with more more guys.
Basically that.
No
Mr. Smith.
encounter plan survives first contact with the players. I mean enemy. I mean players.
So this reduces speed by 2.
2 ranks, yes.
Still speed 4. They can kind of just have this car back.
Oh god.
Just everyone in that line, each car.
Okay, so you're going to attempt to throw the car.
Yeah, attempt. That's funny.
I know. Just, okay, you obviously don't have to make the grab check.
Nope. Or the
What's
strength
your
check.
strength?
8. It's well within my ability to lift.
Your strength is 8? Okay.
Mhm.
How much
So-
does the average police cruiser weigh?
Not.
I'm pretty sure
Actually-
you have to take an action to aim it if you're not just throwing it randomly.
I'm literally
Actually,
kicking it.
this really is just a damage area.
Yeah, it's fairly simple.
There's nothing else to it. He is throwing it. It is going across the ground, trying to sideswipe all of us. It's a damage area of rank his strength minus the size weight rank of the cruiser, which is a heavy car. So
5, I believe, or no, 6. Beyond that, 6,
It is
3
about
tons.
2 tons.
So that's closer to 3 tons, so it's 7 then? That'd not be worth kicking it then.
7, so yeah, that would be a rank 1.
That's pathetic. That's not nearly as effective as it would normally actually be.
Well, it's heavy in your human form for you to actually throw it very hard.
Okay.
You can pick it up, and you could, like, drop it on someone, but with them being that far away, it's just difficult to get it across that distance.
Fair enough.
if you pick the cruiser up and just beat someone in the face with it in melee, then you get your strength.
Nah,
But
it was cooler
throwing
to
it
imagine him
is a
zipping
different
over and
matter.
just kicking it at them, but it's
You
not
could do
gonna
that
work.
as a dinosaur.
Good, but then I'd be a dinosaur and everyone would know it's a dinosaur, and I'm trying to avoid that.
I think they already know you're a dinosaur.
Nah.
What's that,
We're
Rob
leaving. Kaylee, would you like to resist my grab attempt?
What?
She has a shield up right now.
Oh, do you? What kind of shield? Because he was going to just run over at hyperspeed, pick you up, and just leave, but... What's going on with that shield, then? Some sort of visibly obvious shield? Is it not obvious? Help me out here.
Yeah, just looking through it real quick.
Not to mention there is dust and debris everywhere, so there is a large amount of concealment.
I know,
Pick
but I'm
up
going
one
where
of
I
the
think she
guys and
is.
beat
I mean, here's the thing. It's not actually obvious. So, I mean, he wouldn't necessarily know.
Is it
Fair
a
enough.
subtle effect?
It's not either. I mean, I'm just saying, compared to the other shit flying around, he might not notice there's a difference.
Point.
But
Let's do
yeah,
a perception
there
check
are
for that.
things tied to this if you get close to her. But
So that's a perception check to kind of notice it. What do you think?
A 10 is not enough to notice it with debris flying around.
Fair enough. And he doesn't care. So he's going to reach out and try and grab you, so what happens?
Well, it's linked to gravity shear and gravity weaken, so
So
limited to people who pass through the shield. Most
Trying to
likely
grab
you're
her would
fine.
pass through the shield.
Yeah, it's a rank 11 damage linked to a rank 11 weaken effect.
But the weaken
versus
is versus
toughness.
fortitude.
I have been completely unaffected by both the damage and the weaken.
However, it also affects objects, so I'm not sure if that gets through the fort or not, because objects are supposed to not have fortitude.
It does not. I'm not an object.
Does
I'm
damage
immune to
11
different-
not get through?
Nope.
Why not?
Because I have impervious toughness 22. Which, yes, is tough. Impervious toughness is weird. The point is, 11 and lower does not affect me.
I think it's the other way around.
Yeah.
At least half and up.
Nope.
Does get
You
through.
can double check this. I've triple checked this. It is exactly the rank of, so 11 and below. Not the rank. It's opposite what you're thinking is my point. Look it up yourself. Impervious. It's under.
Looking.
Impervious toughness 9 ignores any damage with a rank 5 or less. Penetrating effects only come impervious resistance.
That's 9. Yes. It actually rounds up for this sort of thing. Weirdly enough, so I don't have to round because even number.
So yeah, it would be 11 or less.
Mm-hmm. I had this on the Duke. Remember?
Okay,
So
so
You can grab her,
Yeah.
but you know something is happening.
Yeah, there's just a weird field going around, and I'm
Also,
definitely.
on that note, everything around her is taking basically 11 damage.
You have shredded where you were sitting on and the dice table, and god damn it.
She had no table. She has shredded her stool.
You're paying for that.
And every time he moves her through something, it gets affected as it passes the shield.
Would she resist him grabbing her, though? Because I think she's probably surprised his arms are sticking through and just kind of casually, like...
Well,
Well,
I
not
think,
casually, he's clearly straining,
remember,
but
she's
like...
panicked, so she's probably going to at least try to kick at him, which means grabbing her might take more turns if she parries, basically.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. So let's see if you can parry. Here comes the swing.
Her parry's garbage, so...
his strengths can roll low.
Yeah, she has a D20. She has no parry.
That's not how you roll against grabs.
Oh, no, this is... Oh, right, I'm not trying to punch you. Right, sorry, excuse me. Right, I'm not open-handed slapping you
Your
trying to take your head
strength
off.
versus her strength or dodge. Whichever one's higher. You can't take the lower one, so which one's higher?
Oh, okay. She's got 1 rank in strength, then.
So roll a d20 plus 5 for your dodge.
Might not work. Wow, attacking is way more efficient to do. Why is it so...
Well, yeah, because punching someone is easier
Oh.
than grabbing them.
Oh.
What?
Well, if it's affecting her dodge...
Yes, it is whichever is higher of your dodge or strength currently. Oh yeah, your shield's enhanced dodge, isn't it?
Uh-huh. That means that she's currently at dodge of 15.
I should have just swatted at you, but that would hurt you.
Because gravity's whipping things around her really annoyingly.
Your hand is moved before it reaches her.
This is why she has no parry, so she could do shit like that.
Well, that is only good when someone's trying to just grab you. So
Yeah,
Well,
an attack will
shoot
go
her.
through it a bit.
yeah, sure,
Ranged
yeah,
is
fair enough.
first. Yeah.
Well, that's not going to work because whatever is going on is preventing me from doing so.
It is still your action to try and grab her.
I know. I can move by action, so I'm thinking if I'm going to move at all. Shrug. And then I turn invisible. Once I'm through the door, naturally.
You try to
Here.
open the door and it does not open.
What do you mean it doesn't fucking open?
I
God
mean,
damn
it doesn't open.
I go through the door!
I mostly mean this door. This is just
Oh,
one
I'm
of
not
those
going
little
through that door.
flaps. Okay.
No, I'm not going through that door. Going around there, getting, like, between me and sight, and then disappearing from view entirely.
That's fine. Just, this is just a little flap thing, one of the little half doors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was, like, wondering what the hell. What do you mean this door's stuck?
This door is stuck if you try to open it.
So yes, camouflage kicks in for me. This is concealment 10. All senses like tactile. It's blending. It's passive. Blah, blah, blah. Just poof.
Mm-hmm.
Go through door. Poof.
Okay.
That's all.
Mr. Containment Agent, will you heal? You get to heal a little bit, but you're still gurgling on the floor. Have fun with that. Recon Agent number 2 is now Avery. Containment Agent number 1. Will you get to wake up? He does not.
I'm pretty sure he has to make a fortitude save or die if he's dying.
Yeah, I'm handling that, but he's
Okay.
to you, he is gurgling on the floor.
Okie dokie.
Like, you know nothing about this person. Avery, you are last to go.
He just does that when he's horny.
I see. Have I heard anything interesting in the chatter in my ear?
Well, there are apparently more reinforcements coming, and they're talking about heavier ordnance.
How good is their earmuffs?
What? Oh,
Because
that,
there's
yes.
wind whipping around, that's why I'm asking.
It's very good, actually. They spend a
Oh.
lot of money on that.
I am weirded out by all of this dirt rising from the ground, but damn it, these guys are the weird things that are happening here, so I will find out what the hell is going on. What do I have on my person?
You have on your person, besides a few keys jangling in a pocket, well, you're wearing that body armor, and as you actually are now able to feel it, you can tell that it is definitely not covering the entire body. It's covering, the chest, the shoulders, stomach, back, but there's lots of little joints where things can get in.
Mm-hmm.
You have that scanning device. It still looks a lot like a barcode scanner, but it's as simple as point and click.
Is there any kind of display on the
Yes.
wrist side of it?
There is a big display on the back of it facing you. It's scanning everything. It seems to be picking up UV rays, infrarays. You're seeing completely through all the dust and smoke.
Okay.
And it, when you point it towards that woman over in the restaurant, it beeps and she glows white.
Okay.
You have a machine pistol. It just looks like a more advanced Uzi.
Yep.
There's that comm in your ear, obviously.
Is it standalone, or is it like connected to a radio in like a walkie-talkie in a pocket?
Completely standalone.
Okay.
You also have a very nice hat.
And doesn't feel like anything else of note in any pockets. No sort of no notebook, no tablet, no
Not current.
monogrammed pens.
No monogrammed pens.
And what is my person thinking at the moment? So I can only pick up surface level thoughts, but they're the same thoughts that they would be having if they were doing the things I'm doing, seeing the things I'm seeing.
So basically, they just treat their actions as if it was somehow normal for them.
Yes.
He's mostly wondering which building they should be blowing a hole in first to try and take down the man they were shooting at. In more abstract terms, obviously, but
Yep.
he is very much expecting a guy with a very large gun to be walking out of that building any moment now.
That building being this office building here?
Yes, the office building.
These other agents around me, are they all preoccupied with their own business of, well, working and dying and all that?
Yeah, they're distracted by the dust clouds going around, by Mr. Smith having just dashed off, and the other reconnaissance agents dressed similarly to you are scanning the area around them. The containment agents are dressed differently, mostly because of the hazmat masks and
Yep.
other such things.
I am going to hold up my scanner authoritatively as though I'm following its lead, and wander off in this direction. Could you please make a hold on? Speed's being reduced by how much by her?
2
effect?
ranks.
2 ranks.
So that's going to be 15 feet. Could you please roll my body's athletics?
Sure, I believe they've actually got a good one. They do.
Just to see if I can get that up to 30 feet.
You have, actually, you would know this. You have rolled an 18 with a 3. You have a plus 15 to athletics in this body.
I managed 30 feet of authoritative investigation over this way.
This guy is very obviously fit. Actually, on that note, you would be able to tell some other things just from how the body is.
Yep.
This person has very good vision. Even with the dust flying around, you can see a lot of things more clearly than you think you should.
Okay.
Besides that, his fingers are used to holding a gun, and he's fairly flexible.
Alrighty.
Yes, Lel. But there is no rain. The rain is debris and bullets, and they're going to keep falling forever.
Don't forget limbs. Soon we'll get to limbs.
I'm surprised Mr. Smith didn't take the opportunity of there being a giant dust cloud to go dinosaur.
He doesn't want to kill anyone. These guys have so far only been a threat to what he presumes is, if not really a proper civilian, but someone, even if they have powers, doesn't clearly want to fight. She was peacefully eating a burger in his restaurant. I mean, he's got no beef with her. Ha ha ha.
Ha.
So these assholes have done literally nothing but just kind of slightly annoy him to his mind. Yes, they actually do present a threat. He just doesn't realize that. Doesn't care to realize that.
He'll be
Mice
realizing it in a little bit.
Yeah, to him, these are just mice being mice. They can't help it. So they're just annoying him right now. He's honestly at this stage kind of probably, if he can't pick Kaylee up again, he's just gonna leave, depending on what happens. If Kaylee gets out of this okay, clearly, or these guys are all knocked out by that weird Batman figure that seems to be leaping around, he's not questioning that. He's just letting that happen.
Yeah, Bard Batman up there.
Bardman.
Really, the only thing he's concerned, his primary concern right now is Kaylee. It's just like, oh, she was clearly hurt by shooting, and they're being dicks and shooting. As long as she's okay, I really don't give a fuck. Everyone else is left. These assholes can just go chew bricks.
Anyway, trying to distance myself from the rest of my unit is my turn.
Yes, so that will do things for now. Stuff is going to happen next time.
So a guy flying around and shooting purple balls at people and slashing them with swords is normal?
None of this is normal. It's been...
The only reason they aren't shooting at you currently is because they cannot actively see you.
Yeah, I'm a dick.
Okay.
So I might use Dust Cutlass just to go Rex if these guys start really hurting someone or something. Like you said, big guy with gun might be coming around, so that might give him reason to actually try. Remember, he lightly slapped someone's chin, and he went 3 feet in the air and did a couple flips.
Mm-hmm.
He's not super concerned at these guys' level of threat to him yet.
Yet.
So,
Throglax killed somebody, probably.
Yeah.
Possibly.
We'll see.
Well, this was lovely. It's good to be back to it.
Yeah, that stamina poison is one of the few ways you can actually accidentally kill somebody in this game.
Oops, murder.
Yeah. So
They
anyways,
are in a suit designed to deal with toxins. He's not dead, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. So, for anyone who stuck with us to the end of this episode, we'll be doing this and Dragon Age until Dragon Age finishes its run, or this finishes its, whichever happens first, and then Hlostren will be returning.
So Dragon Age ends now. No.
I need a
Not
few
in the middle of
more
the Carnival of Fun, and don't...
I need a few more weeks
Hey,
to
it's not-
finish getting
I
my
don't want to
rearranged life
until I
in
get-
order.
Until she can get her freaking horse, at the very least. She needs a horse.
Well, there's an arc that can finish.
And a
Dragon Age needs to
Mabari
get-
Warhound.
Dragon Age needs to continue until I can burn down an entire city.
You can already do that.
We were already starting that. We then
Guy with a
left.
pair of matches can fucking do that.
We're further away from that than when we started.
Bogrun will totally support you in burning down Orzammar.
That's gonna be actually kind of hard, though.
Isn't half of it already in lava?
Yeah, but the part that isn't half anyway in, then is all stone, so, like...
Yeah, it just means we have to get really hot. It's fine.
With the right chemicals, stone will burn.
You
think
just
you have
need a
those.
better fire.
I find Avery rather hilarious. Like, just him kind of desperately trying to figure things out, jumping into bodies.
Yes, I was curious what Avery would be doing in the first combat here.
Well, it's
Curious as to
good.
what
Someone
he's
needs
gonna
to
do in
be
any combat.
someone needs to be figuring out what the hell's going on, because all Kaylee's doing is just huddling in a ball and screaming.
Tyrant isn't taking any of this seriously, and Joseph is being a hero naturally, so...
Until you made yourself impossible to hit, Throglax was going to hit you with a healing arrow.
Which would have been weird.
Little bit, yeah. An arrow sticks in your arm, and suddenly you feel better.
What?
I
That is
flavor
not
it
how
more
a
as a bundle
hypodermic
that,
works.
that explodes on impact.
That is not how a hypodermic needle works.